the dude I knew at the Vikings got the job at the Vikings, they asked me like, "Hey, you think about going to join the Vikings?" I said, "Oh hell no." They're like, "Why not? You'd be at home." I was like, "Are you kidding me?" As many family and friends that I have, and that people that call me now for tickets and stuff, and I think I told you guys the story. Like when people were like, when we lose, how many people will blow up my phone? I was like, "Oh hell no!"
Yeah.
Like no, like you think I have some broken relationships now? Shoot, it'd be even more when I get home. Like, please, this will be long too.
No, I get it though. So okay. Oh, go ahead, OG.
You think about it too, is that like when some of these pros do go home, they have somebody like their wife or their mom be like the buffer, take care of everything.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a black woman, you ain't getting no.
Hey, you know what's funny though? Yeah. I probably would have my mom do that too. Hey, yeah, you handle all that.
Yeah.
You handle all that.
Yeah,
I ain't got time.
Who's gonna argue with your mama?
Yeah,
exactly. And then she know everybody, so she be like, now you know you ain't coming.
Mm-hmm.
You know you ain't coming.
See, you know he don't like you like that. Just wait for him at the house.
Yeah, exactly. And it wouldn't even be my mama. It would have been my sister.
Yeah,
my sister would be like,
he probably another one that be knowing everybody.
I mean, you know, you do know the people in your family who you trust with stuff like that.
He told me you ain't called him in 3 years. Why you want to take it down? Like, damn, why you gotta be like that? He
thought you was dead, bro. He ain't heard from you in 6 years. Don't be calling now for no tickets.
He thought you wait.
And they'd be like, "Nah, that ain't true." And my sister would hope the list. Like, see, you ain't called him since 1995.
All right, so like in college, who handles the ticket request, the players or the school?
Well, the players put in for it, then the schools take care of it.
Okay. So they just give them a list?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think the list is capped at a certain amount.
Well, that sounds like that's easier because all I had is put you on the list. If you don't get the ticket, that ain't my fault.
Right. Yeah.
And then and usually with that they leave them at like roll call or something like that, right?
Yep. Right. So it's funny because I experienced that yesterday. One of my friends, coach, she's a head coach at University of Nevada, and they were here in town. So she had me on the list, and they were playing San Jose State. And OG, I thought about you yesterday when I was watching this game. They had a couple of women in Nevada that are from the Bay Area.
Uh-huh.
And they're sisters, right? And so when I got there, there was hardly anybody there. It's kind of cool. I kid you not. Her family came rolling in like 30 deep. Like deep. And they were like, "Woo-hoo! We in the house!"
Really?
And then they started barking, and where I was sitting behind Nevada's bench, and there was hardly anybody there at first. All of a sudden, they came in, and they're all like surrounding me, and I'm laughing because some of these other folks that were around me, they're like clutching their purses and stuff. And they're like, "Oh my god,
where the hell are we at?"
Exactly. And then a couple of their uncles started screaming out plays. "Hi, pick and roll!" Dude. And they sell alcohol too at the stadium. Oh man. I went from just sitting there watching a game like this, like, okay, they're playing well, to like, oh my god, and I'm dying. I am dying laughing. And then I didn't know anybody from that family. They started turning around talking to me, and we're just having conversations back and forth about the game, about Super Bowl. Oh my god, it was hilarious. Oh my god.
Nah, I can imagine that. That sounds like the crib. It's like caw.
Exactly. Well, and you know how it is. From Oakland and Hayward, they're right there.
Oh yeah, you got straight ghetto.
One of the cats that was sitting in front of me, one of the uncles said something like, somebody asked him a question about, "Oh, did you see this and this and this? A few months ago." He goes, "What you talking about?" He goes, "I was locked up." He came and got me for the night.
Damn. You know I didn't
man,
see the kid. Like, God damn, my bad.
Damn.
I didn't mean to bring that up.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I forgot, my brother. My God.
He didn't care. You know I was locked up.
Jesus, that's hilarious.
Oh my God.
Damn, that made me miss the crib.
And three of them were like maybe 5'5", and they talking hella mess. Oh, I can take old girl out there. I'm looking at them like, you can't.
Hey. They was full of that liquid courage before they walked in.
Come had a couple had some blunts on them before they came in too, because I could smell it as soon as they walked in.
Should they had it probably? They still probably had in their pocket in their flags.
Dude, as soon as they came in and they went, hootie-hoo! I like that. Oh my God! Like, where's the
hootie-hoo? Oh, not the hootie-hoo! You know you're in trouble when you hear the hootie-hoos.
Oh God, it was fun. I had a good time.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm going to the Old Dominion and Georgia State game next week.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
the coach. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh girl.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go check her son out.
Oh good.
Where's it at? Georgia State. Where do they play?
They play Georgia State and Georgia Southern, but they play in Georgia State on the 13th.
Okay.
You're not going to both?
Oh no. Georgia Southern is almost 2.5, 3 hours away.
Okay.
Is it that far?
Yeah, I'm not doing all that. I'm going right downtown so I can bring my black ass right back home.
Where they play at?
Georgia State got their own arena on campus downtown.
Okay. Gotcha.
Their main campus is downtown.
Well, people, we've been recording for a while, but welcome to NYO. I just let them cook, man. This is,
hey, it's like we at the barbershop, right?
No, but it's funny. He said, "Well, people, we've been recording for a while now, but how y'all doing?"
That's how you do it, man.
Oh man.
We got three of the four. The other one is he Florida
in transit.
So he's on his way home. He was down there in South Beach.
I'm surprised he came back alive.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he came back this early on a Sunday.
I know. I was thinking that's it.
Hey.
He swallowed and I got nothing to say.
Hey, gotta come back home, Bob. Hey, I don't know why, but he gotta come back home.
We all know Sundays on South Beach is popping, so it's not your Super Bowl Sunday.
Well, it's Super Bowl, so I don't know.
Nah, it's just popping. They got a few hours to pop, and then.
Oh, that's true. That's true. They still got 6 hours.
True. You got a nice.
Yeah, they on the beach. They on the beach.
And what?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there next year? Is it
huh?
Super Bowl in Miami next year?
Nope.
No, I thought it's up there.
Right here.
That's right. It is. Okay.
We might. Hey, we might have to do a Super Bowl special.
Hey.
Yeah.
Live and in color with all four of us together.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, look at TC. I don't know. T got that smile on his face like y'all coming to my backyard. Y'all gonna be in trouble.
Well, I've got people already asking me about sending, people that companies already sending some stuff up. They're like, "Can you help us?" Like, be careful what you ask for. Like, I'm right there. Let's go. Let's go. I would tell you this: the only bad thing about having Super Bowl out here is we're 40 miles away from San Francisco.
Okay.
Okay. The stadium's here, like 15 minutes from me. But a lot of the events will happen up in San Francisco. That's the only bad thing. And going to, OG, you've been to San Fran. The parking, the whole deal. It's not like Vegas, where Vegas everything was like in a mile radius where you could walk to certain things. Up there,
it's LA. So it's everything is spread by at least 2-3 miles. Yeah.
It's all spread out. So and a lot of stuff will probably happen up in San Francisco. So but we'll see.
It's that type of situation. You pick one event and stay your ass right there.
Yeah, or
unless you got a ride or a bus.
There you go.
If you don't, you pick your one spot and you stay there for the rest of the night.
Because they had it out here in 2016, I believe. Well, yeah, it was 16. And I will tell you this, man. I was tired for the whole damn week because people were like, hey, we got this going. You got to come to this. You got to come to this. And of course, you know me. I didn't even actually go into the game, but I was tired. I went from party to concerts to concert. Plus, Mr. D had they just announced Mr. D was going into the Hall of Fame. So they had a big thing for Mr. D up in the city as well. So, yeah. Yeah, it was. So, yeah.
All right, let's get into the meat of this. Go ahead, Swab. Put the topic up. Let's get into this. Because you got to explain this one to me.
Okay. Here's my take on it. Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, this is the first time that somebody's been named first team All-Pro and didn't win MVP since John Elway. Okay.
Oh, really? So that has happened.
It has happened.
Okay.
But this is what I think is that I think some people in the media got tired, didn't want him to have 3 in a row. That's my take. Because if you go through the stats, there's no way that he beats him out by that many points. Lamar led in every stat except for rushing touchdowns. But when you put the touchdowns together, he still led in combined touchdowns.
Damn, that's
Didn't they play head to head? Didn't they play each other this season?
They were 1-1. Lamar got him in regular season. Josh got him in the playoffs.
Yeah,
that was the game. Mark Andrews, well, he had a day. He had a bad day.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe this is what I don't understand. Are we counting the playoffs for the MVP?
No.
Or are we just talking regular season?
Yeah, regular season.
Because all the votes come in before the playoffs.
So if they play head to head in regular season, you lose to this cat.
They blew him out, by the way. They blew him out. That was the game when Derrick Henry took the first play like 80.
Okay, so now you put the cherry on top. You play the same guy that you beat, and they blew you out, but you beat him in MVP?
But here's the thing is that, in my opinion, they keep moving the goalposts. Because, number one, somebody brought up, well, Lamar had 100 more snaps than Josh Allen. Who cares? I don't care. Stats are stats. But again, the same writers who voted for him for first pro were the same writers that voted for MVP as well. And he beat him out something like, what was it? There was 30 votes to 18 votes for first team All Pro that Lamar won. So how is this, to me, how is this different? But also too, I saw this and I fell on my chair. Somebody gave Lamar a fourth place vote. Fourth place.
Okay. Let's not even compare Lamar. Where was Saquon in this final thing? Because was he third?
Third. And Joe Burrow was fourth.
So 2,000 yards and I understand you had an extra game, but 2,000 yards is still 2,000 yards for a running back.
But how do you add an extra game? You don't add an extra game.
You did add an extra game. You're at 17 now.
He didn't play.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
So, but for him to be third,
yeah.
Okay,
it's what, and this is what I've always said this, that I don't like it when the media gets to have all the votes, because some people in the media, they have biases. They don't go by what's like right there in front of them.
So,
they go by how they feel. So I'll give you the prime example. This is baseball. Ken Griffey Jr. and Derek Jeter, both in each row just now, they were not unanimous selections. Because writers said, well, they always went against my team, so I'm not going to give them my vote for the Hall of Fame.
So biased.
Exactly. You know what? You're a sports writer. You're supposed to be in the middle. You're supposed to be freaking Switzerland. Damn it.
Wait. So, what's the criteria for the? Let's just, because I always like doing this, and we can never get a consensus. What's the criteria for winning the MVP for whatever position? What are you looking for?
Real quick, before you answer that, what's the criteria for being a voter?
You have to be
Great question.
You have to be a sports writer, and I believe you have to do it for I think a minimum 5 years. I think
because I see some athletes are now voters too now, right?
No, not for MVP.
No, okay.
Unless they turn to media.
Unless they if they turn to media, and then they have so many
the 5 years experience.
Yeah, but again, I'm not sure about the 5 years, but I know you can't be like a first time writer and then be a voter, I believe.
Okay.
So
okay. So we got that. Thanks, Swab. That was a great point.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the criteria for any part of an MVP? What are we supposed to be quote unquote looking at?
Well, first of all, they're supposed to look at who's supposedly the most valuable player for their team, but who's also their stats have been the most valuable for the league. Okay, and who led the league. And again, if you go look at Lamar's stats, he's beat Josh Allen in every category except for maybe 2. So, and so and again, they because listening to people, they're like, well, you know what, Josh Allen didn't have as many weapons as Lamar did. That's not Lamar's fault. They put together the best, and this was one of the voters. I listened to one of the voters say this. I was like, well, wait a minute, but his team put together the best possible team they could to win. That's what you're supposed to do. Am I correct?
That's what I thought the game plan was.
Exactly. So again, they keep moving the goalposts. Oh, he had 100 more snaps than Josh Allen. Oh, you know what? Oh, here's another one that threw me. This is another one that threw me. Listen to this one. They said, well, Josh Allen beat the Chiefs and they beat the Lions and they beat, the number 1 seeds at the time in their divisions. I was like, so what? Who did he lose to? It's, it's stuff like that they, again, to me, they're moving the goalposts all the time.
So is there any way they can just say, this is the guy? I mean, you know what I mean? To give you some point, because if that's the case, you can make your argument for anybody being MVP, and it doesn't have to make any sense.
Well, you know what? But if you look at the stats, if you look at everything, the person besides Saquon, the person who had one of the best seasons ever was Joe Burrow. But
I was about to say, didn't Joe Burrow kind of have one of them kind of crazy seasons?
He did. He led every passing stat there was. But because they didn't make the playoffs and they had a losing season, that's what they look at. And but also too, if you go back and look how they lost at like 4 games, it's because of missed field goals or missed extra points, stuff like that. It's nothing that Joe Burrow could handle, right?
But most valuable player, even if you're on a losing team, your team is winning because of you. Doesn't that make you the most valuable player on that team?
Yeah.
So shouldn't you?
Okay. That's one of the criteria is that you have to be supposedly be on a winning team, right?
What's up, Tom? Tom in the chat.
Tom, what's happening? Okay, I'm not arguing with it. I just wanted to make it clear because I have no idea. Just like the MVP for anything, there's no checklist that you can say, okay, you check this box. Both of y'all check this box, so that's a tie. Or whatever the case may be. It just seemed like they give it to whoever they feel like.
Tom said, too, that Lamar should have won.
And I agree with him. Well, Tom's a little biased because, Louisville, the whole deal. So, we understand that. So,
but, I mean, even if it's not Lamar, Saquon should have won it. In my eyes, that's 2,000 yards.
So you think them two is clear cut? Is what you saying? Nobody else outside of them two?
No, I mean, no. I mean, if you have others, but if you're going to give it to Josh Allen, those are two examples that had a way better season than Josh Allen.
So also too, think about this, OG. If you take Saquon out of the equation for the Eagles, where would the Eagles be?
They wouldn't be playing today, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly.
They wouldn't be.
I mean, that's the kind of stuff that if you're saying the most valuable, that's the kind of stuff I would look at. But I guess that doesn't matter.
But we know that this is a quarterback-driven league.
Yeah, and I get that.
But that's what I'm saying is because they're going to give it to the quarterback more than anybody else before anybody else, right?
So can we just have the most valuable quarterback award, then the most valuable player award?
Well, that's why they have the most or the offensive player of the year award, and that's why they gave it to Saquon, just to kind of like, oh, here you go. And same thing would happen with Christian McCaffrey last year. They gave him the offensive player of the year award, right?
Well, yeah.
So
So that makes no sense either. Go ahead, Swar.
No, because my question is, I'm sure like all of us, we're eye test people. So, hey, all right, he looks good. He should be able to perform, right? What about somebody like I know this is a long shot, but why wasn't somebody like Jamar Chase in that MVP? Because, I mean, let's be honest.
Wow.
Them last 8 games, if it wasn't for him, I mean, although Joe had to throw him the ball, but
that's why
one of them should have been considered too, although they didn't make the playoffs. How valuable they are to that team.
Well, think about this. The last person to win the wide receiver triple crown was Cooper Kupp, and he was Offensive Player of the Year. Jamar Chase just did the same thing this past year,
and he didn't.
And he was nowhere in the conversation.
All right.
That's because they were losing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because they didn't have, and that year Cooper Kupp and them went to the Super Bowl, won it.
No. Well, yeah, maybe they did. It was 22, right?
Yeah, they beat the Bengals. Yeah, in LA.
Yep, you're right. Yeah. But all that's before. All the voting is in before the playoffs, but they had a winning record. That's the thing, and they won their division, where the Bengals, they had a losing record. So,
right.
So the record really matters.
Oh hell yeah! Oh god, yeah. They say it doesn't, but it does. Yeah.
I mean, think about the year Russ won MVP. Wasn't he like 6? If he would have been 9 to 12, he might not win it that year.
Yeah, you're right.
But they were. What were they?
Okay.
It was like 5 or 6.
Well, and think about this. I'm trying to think. The last time somebody won like an MVP or outstanding player in any sport that was on a losing team, probably back in the 60s when Bill Bradley won during the NCAA tournament. He was
and Jerry West.
Yeah, well, and Jerry West was like before him, but yeah. But that's been like the last time, and I think everybody throws that criteria now, saying they have to be on a winning team. Like,
but if you
yeah, no, I knew what you were going to say. Yeah, no, you're right.
I mean, I get it, but if you would happen to be on a losing team, just like in basketball, and you in a championship series and you average 40, 15, and 10, but your team lost. You seem like the most valuable player in that whole series if no one else has any numbers close to that.
True. Yeah. You know what's crazy though? To that point, they gave, what was his name? The running back for Arizona State. He got the MVP for the people.
Skibbo, yeah.
Yeah, they gave him the MVP during the press conference for that game. So to your point, let's be honest. If he's not there, that game probably looks nothing like it did.
Yeah, exactly.
That's okay. That's why I'm saying that you have to be on the winning team. That I don't think that should even matter.
But they.
I know.
Let's put it this way: it's not in the listing of the criteria, but it is.
But it's in the criteria.
So to that point, let me ask y'all this then. will they start treating Lamar similar to how they were doing LeBron for a while? When it's like, look, we know you're clear cut, that guy, but you can't win this damn thing every year, dog.
But think about Aaron Rodgers has won it, what, 4 times? Brett Favre won it 3 times?
I think
Peyton Manning has won it how many times?
5, I believe.
I got a picture. They just showed it. Hold on. But y'all go ahead and talk while I find it.
I'm just saying.
I mean, and I get it. Just like, I mean, that's why I don't. When you have conversations about this, and first thing people want to bring up is race, I kind of tune them out because you're not looking at nothing else.
Real quick,
I get it. Go ahead.
Out of the last 12 MVPs, Aaron Rodgers has 3, and that's the most, really. Peyton Manning won it Peyton in 13, Rodgers in 14, Cam in 15, Cam Newton, Matt Ryan in 16, Brady in 17, Mahomes in 18, Lamar in 19, Rodgers in 20 and 21.
Yep.
Then Mahomes and Lamar 22, 23, and then Josh Allen is the most recent.
Okay, but go back and look at who has the most MVPs total.
Well, I'm just to the point we were making last 12.
Yeah, but still, because again, I think Peyton's got 5, right?
Damn, does he have that many?
I think
so. Don't forget he was winning MVPs and wasn't doing nothing in the playoffs.
Early 2000s. But to the point, it's a regular season thing.
Yeah, but the regular season one, I mean, yeah, you was balling a little bit, but niggas was balling too. You got 4 of them, 5 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that Peyton doesn't deserve it, but the thing is that you're looking at a guy like Lamar who had a great season, first team All Pro, and you don't get an MVP.
And that's the crazy one to me. Like I don't think I've ever seen that. You first team, but you don't get MVP.
Yeah.
That's
so second team quarterback is better than the first team first. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on.
And it's the same voters. The same voters.
For everything?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. For this.
Damn.
Yep.
Oh damn. Okay.
So never mind. Okay, I get it. No problem. It's not enough of us.
That's why when Lamar goes into his press conference and he has Kendrick playing in the background.
Damn. Hey, nah, you right. Peyton won it in 03, 04, 08, and 09. All while he was in with the Colts.
He was with the Colts, right?
Yeah, every year, yeah. And then he won it in 13.
Yeah.
And in Denver.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring
and only one of them years he made it to the Super Bowl in Indianapolis. Twice. Twice.
One in Indy.
One in Indy and one in Detroit and Denver.
Yeah. Yeah. But he made it to 4. Bringing up
right.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
You down there in Nolan? You down there in Nolan, man?
Nah, I'm back in LA, man.
Okay, you came home too. All right, you and Kev, boy, y'all getting up out of there quick.
Yes, indeed.
So, Nick, we were just talking about Lamar getting snubbed in the MVP.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. I've never heard an argument for a guy that actually has help when we've been complaining about him not having help. And statistically, his numbers were better this year than they were the previous 2 times that he was MVP. And to me, I mean, do we argue Kurt Warner having Marshall Faulk, who also had an MVP type season?
And Torrey Holt.
Isaac Bruce.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's the thing. They keep, like I said before, they keep moving the goalposts. So did we lose them?
Move to the darkness.
And that's the problem. I think that's the problem that I think is that when you have too many, when you have those type of split arguments. I mean, arguably, Joe Burrow had a better year than both of them,
Yep.
right? But since Joe Burrow is not in the conversation, and we're talking Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, I think it should have been Lamar Jackson. Now, I wouldn't have been mad if it would have been a co-MVP where you had Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson the same way we had Steve McNair and Peyton Manning one year.
Yep. Yep.
I wouldn't have been mad at that either. But to simply say that Josh Allen overall had a better year than Lamar Jackson is very debatable.
Would you been okay with having co-MVPs of Lamar and Saquon?
I think if Saquon would have broke the record, we could have put him in the MVP conversation. The fact that he didn't break the record, I think, took him out of it. And it just became a two-man race between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
But like I was telling OG and Suave, but if you take Saquon out of the equation for the Eagles, where would the Eagles be?
No, you're absolutely right. But what I'm saying is, I mean, if overall, like for the Eagles, yes, he is the MVP of the Eagles, no question. He took a lot of pressure off of Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
However, if we're talking on a national scale, he took himself out when he sat down. And I understand why they sat him down because, hey, man, we got bigger aspirations here. Now, at that point, they were aiming towards the Super Bowl. Now they're in the Super Bowl. So as you look back, you're kind of like, yeah, we kind of understand why they didn't put him in because he could have risked injury and many other things. So you understand it from that perspective. But at that moment, we were like, dude, break the damn record.
Yeah, no.
That's what we wanted to see.
But does really breaking the record, 2,000 yards is 2,000 yards. Break it or not, 2,000 yards is 2,000 yards from a running back.
Yeah, it is. But at the same point, it for most of the media members who vote, right, they want sensationalism. They want something that's going to be earth shattering. And to me, I think that would have carried him into more of that. He had a stronger case to be in the conversation.
But think about this: the last non-quarterback to win it was Adrian Peterson, and he rushed for over 2,000 yards, and he didn't break the record. And the only reason why he didn't break the record is because his coach Leslie Frazier at the time was not aware that he only needed like 100 and some yards, and yanked him out of the game,
which is crazy. But Sirianni knew how many yards he needed to break the record and still set him down.
Right.
So that's the thing. And so when I look at overall, again, do I have a problem with him being in the MVP conversation personally? No. But when you look at how people look at it and how they want to break it down, dissect it, whatever words you want to use, they're going to hold that, they're going to put that into the conversation. We've heard it numerous times before. That's why it became a two-man race between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Also, too, we all know this is a quarterback-driven league. This is an offensive-driven league. So you're going to highlight two of the top 5 quarterbacks in football? Of course you are.
Yeah.
That makes sense on the field. It makes sense off the field.
Yeah. Yeah. So Nick, answer this question for us if you can. And I kind of guess at this. What is the criteria to become a voter for MVP and for All-Pro?
I think, from my understanding, you have to obviously be a media member. You have to be with a certain criteria. What is the other parts? It's broken down to me. It's early, so I apologize if I don't answer.
You're good. Because
I
I
don't
said that
answer everything.
I kind of said the same thing, but I said I think you have to be like in the media for a certain number of years also.
Sure.
Yeah, but you can't be just like a guy that just came in for a YouTube specialist who's like, this is my first year and you get a vote. Oh hell no.
No. It takes many years. You gotta have, as my man Cedric the Entertainer would say, seniority. You gotta have a lot of seniority when it comes to having a vote.
That was classic. classic.
So
I guess I'll never get it because even though you just said it's a quarterback driven league, but you said it's about offense.
Mhm.
So Saquon is still offense. That's what I'm
No
saying.
question.
That's
No
all.
question. No question. But also too, the quarterbacks usurp that. And because when we talk about quarterbacks, we talk about, like I said, the best quarterbacks are in the AFC.
Okay,
And the thing about it, but they're highlighted. Quarterbacks are highlighted for the most part, right? Because they don't want them to push the needle. So what I'm
I got
saying is
you.
I'm not taking anything away from Saquon, but I'm saying of an overall perspective, the way the narratives are pushed about the QBs. And the
Yep.
thing about it is you got two of the top five QBs in all of football, right? Now
Okay,
you can number them differently after Patrick Mahomes. Some people have Josh Allen after Patrick Mahomes. Some people have Lamar Jackson after Patrick Mahomes. You can flip flop the numbers, but there's still you can't argue the fact that they're top five quarterbacks.
that's fine. I
And
get
the and
that.
the so
But you're talking MVP for that season that just passed.
Yeah.
Then I don't care what number you got, people. The eye test will tell you that doesn't make sense what you just said to me
how does it
because
not?
you're highlighting just because you're highlighting quarterbacks. If that quarterback doesn't have a great year or has a so quote unquote okay year, and another position has a better year,
Mhm.
then you might as well just, like I said before, just call the quarterback MVP and then have another
Well,
MVP for the rest of the people. Because that's what I'm saying. It's you, yes, Josh Allen, you had a good year, but you did nothing, like you said, spectacular compared to
well, here's
2,000 yards
well here's the
in my
here's the
buy,
thing.
in my eyes, in my book. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you, OG, but here's the thing. These two spectacular quarterbacks had a phenomenal season, both of them. That's why it was so cut close, because remember, it was a difference of 21 votes between the two who was actually going to be MVP, and how many split hairs, like Dan Orlovsky, who actually came out and said how he split hairs, which actually made no sense to me. But I
Thank you.
understand that was his reasoning. So a lot of people, he's not the only one that split hairs like that. I'm sure there are plenty others that didn't have the courage enough to come out and discuss their particular vote when it came to MVP between these two dynamic quarterbacks. So I mean, the fact that the race was so close, like I said, 21 votes separated between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, and it could have flip flopped either way. Personally, I thought Lamar Jackson had a better, slightly better year. But obviously, I can't take anything away from Josh Allen, who absolutely didn't have a whole lot to work with to begin with. And let's be honest, nobody thought the Bills were going to be that good throughout the season with just Josh Allen and cast, so to speak, right? There's no disrespect to his teammates because they also put in the work. The O linemen, the running backs, the wide receivers, they also put in work. Hell, I witnessed a shootout in Los Angeles between the Bills and the Rams that came down to a 2-point win for the Los Angeles Rams and Matthew Stafford over the Bills, who were actually arguably at that moment were the NFL's best team. Um, so I think when you overall look at what the season entailed, I think those two really made a significant impact. And it's unfortunate because it's almost like the Heisman Trophy when you got four guys, but only three guys can go. And to me, when you talk about that type of situation, I thought Cam Ward should have been a finalist and should have been and really had more um, impact into the Heisman Trophy than he did. But the narrative was all only basically three, and the narrative became two between Travis Hunter and Ashton Genty. And
Uh,
to me, I thought that I wish it would have been a three-man race more so with Saquon, Lamar, and Josh. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. It was a two-man race,
Let me ask you
and
this,
that's what
Nick.
it came down to.
I asked this question earlier. What is the quote unquote criteria for the MVP? What is the categories? What are we supposed to be looking at?
It's the best player on the best team. That's what it boils down to. It's
It
the
should.
best players on the best team. And when you look at how it's scored, I'm just telling you how it's scored,
No.
right?
I'm listening to
Because
you.
some of the
I'm
stuff don't make
listening.
some of the stuff don't make sense to me. There's been a couple of years where MVPs didn't make a damn lick of sense to me, and I'm just like, you know, that little bubble that come out your head like on a cartoon.
What the?
That's what I was feeling. So I understand people not saying that Saquon should have had more impact into the MVP conversation. I'm not opposed to that. I look at it this way, right? If the Eagles win the Super Bowl today, right, on Sunday, Eagles win the Super Bowl on Sunday night, right? Will we be having this conversation about him being MVP? No, because more than likely he'll be MVP. He'll be Super Bowl MVP, and we'll be talking more about that and his impact on the game because he saved Jalen Hurts. Because as I've said time and time again, Jalen Hurts is a regular average quarterback, and the fact that Saquon's job throughout the season has been to protect, and involve and to make sure that Jalen Hurts gets the ball down the field and keeps the chains moving. And Saquon has done that and then some. So if the Eagles are successful in being able to obtain a Super Bowl championship, to me, I hope to God they don't give the MVP to Jalen Hurts, because we all know that Saquon Barkley was the catalyst for the reason why they won, especially if he gets off on $150, $140, hell, $160, if he gets off for that. So that's what I look at overall.
So OG, remember when I was telling you that there was a certain reporter who was listing the top 10 teams that the Bills beat? It was Orlovsky. It was Orlovsky. He was ranking it like say with the NCAA tournament. Like they're like, okay, how many top 10 teams have you beat? That's what Orlovsky did, and I was like, when is that a criteria? That threw me like.
That's
and don't get me wrong, I like Orlovsky, but when he did that, I was like, really?
So is it up to the league to set a guideline to what the criteria should be, or is it just you letting writers pick whatever they want to say that's the guidelines?
It's media.
It's the media.
All right. Well, then it's never going to be right. Okay. I'm good with it. Then.
Nothing is ever going to be right.
No.
I mean,
no. I'm not saying be right. But if just like anything else, you have kind of a checklist of what you can go by.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If it's the record, if you're going by quarterback, or if you're going by personal stats, team stats, or something, is there any way we can just put that in an order so everybody knows, so there's no argument anymore?
Nope.
Well, it's always going to be because it's always going to be an argument. Yeah. Nobody's going to ever go if it's 10 if it's a 10 rule system, only 6 or 7 are going to be upheld, right? And it's always been like that. It's never going to be every single thing.
But we don't even know what those rules and regulations are.
I mean, to a degree we do. I mean, because to a degree we do. We just don't. We don't necessarily want to agree with them, and that's fine. I totally get that. But it is put out there. But I look at just again. I look at what Saquon has done in the season, coming over from the Giants, and it's been absolutely remarkable. I don't want to take that away from him because that would be completely unfair. He's done a remarkable. He is the backbone of that Philadelphia Eagles team.
Yep.
I know a lot of people talk about Jalen Hurts, and there's no. Listen, I don't dislike Jalen Hurts. I think he's a great guy, and the level of things that he's done off the field in those communities, and how he's handled himself as a man, as a quarterback of a major franchise, being the face of a franchise. The all-woman team that he's hired on, that these are brilliant women that he's put in these put in these positions for his business acumen and things of that nature. I think it's absolutely commendable and remarkable. But on the field, I'm not a proponent. And everybody talks about, Jalen Hurts is getting slighted. Jalen Hurts is not getting the respect he deserves. How is he not when he's a regular average quarterback that struggles in the pocket?
Well, Nick, didn't they win 2 games without Jalen when Jalen went down?
This season or last season?
This season, because they put Kenny Pickett played a couple games. I think they won.
You know what? They probably did.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'm not gonna tell that lie like I remember.
No,
Maybe it was too many hurricanes, hand grenades I had, but I'm not gonna tell that lie.
no.
Uh,
I get what y'all saying, but just like, okay, didn't Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson go head to head this season
yes,
Yeah.
they did twice.
in the regular season?
No,
No.
once in the regular season,
Okay,
obviously once in the
because I know it's a regular season award. We can't count the playoffs,
right.
so that has no bearing.
No.
No,
Well,
Okay,
actually, sometimes it does.
it
Sometimes
does
it
have a
does.
bearing, but it's not. But you have to look at the totality of the season, and you can't just go. See, the problem I have is you can't just go by stats because stats don't provide context. And I think context is important. I think oftentimes context goes over people's heads like a rain cloud. And so I think when you look at the totality of the season and what you got, especially the last 4 to 5 games, Lamar Jackson just elevated, coming into the playoffs in the last four to
hmm
five games because they counted Baltimore out. Remember when they lost that game against the Steelers, and the Steelers were the number one in the AFC North. They kind of counted Baltimore out, like, they might be a wild card team, and they probably won't win their division. And I think Lamar and King Henry said, "Yeah, the hell we won't." And he went. They went on and put nose to the grindstone and completed the mission, which was to win their division and get into the playoffs and have some type of home field into the playoffs. And
right.
so I think again it's a tricky situation. Um, and I think um we saw some incredible quarterback play this year.
Yeah.
Not just between those two, but even the things that Patrick Mahomes, and I know a lot of people criticize Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs talking about all the Foot Locker people like to, give them extra flags and penalties and things of that nature, but you still got to go out there and play the game. I
Right.
don't care. I don't
Right.
care how much if quote unquote the Foot Locker shirts are out there trying to move in your favor. You still got to go out there and play the game. It's no different when people talk about steroid use. You still got to have hand-eye coordination to be able to hit the ball. I don't care how much flaxseed oil you put on yourself or Johnson and Johnson's lotion you rub on yourself. You still got to go out there and hit the ball. And if you can't hit the ball, it don't matter what you use to enhance that.
Right.
And it's the same thing with this. I feel like the Chiefs have played and they've played enough to win, and people expect them to get to blow out teams. But when you're two-time back-to-back Super Bowl champions, the target gets bigger on your back. Everybody want to stripe on you like they Adidas. There's nobody that's going to take lightly or pity on you when they're going up against you. They want to be like, hey man, we gotta win off the champs,
Right.
even if that's their whole season. We gotta win off the champs. So to me, we've seen some incredible quarterback play from Patrick Mahomes. We've seen some obviously from Josh and Lamar. Hell, we've seen some good stuff from Justin Herbert
Yeah.
at times. So I think when you look at it overall, uh, it's been the AFC has really been well represented at the quarterback position.
No, you're right. You're right. I mean, we go back to Joe Burrow. I mean, and again,
Exactly.
if they don't miss a couple of field goals or extra points, they would probably be in the playoffs. But again, it's a team sport. So, So yeah.
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 'Cause Joe Burrow statistically had a better year than did most quarterbacks
Yeah.
this year. So if
Exactly.
he if you put Joe Burrow on that Philadelphia Eagles team, I would
Oh,
absolutely guarantee them
oh.
being Super Bowl champions on Sunday night.
And he did it with a shaky offensive line.
I'm saying you put any quarterback not named Jalen Hurts on that Eagles team. You put Lamar Jackson on that Eagles team. You put
Damn.
Josh Allen on that Eagles team. You put Justin Herbert on that Eagles team. Guaranteed Super Bowl.
Nick, did he cost you some money?
No, dude, is he? Why are we acting like this dude's not a regular average quarterback?
Look,
Why are we not?
Nick,
Why are we acting like he
No,
not?
you're right.
he plays within his abilities, man. He ain't trying to be nothing he ain't.
Exactly my point. Thank you so much. You're a
Yeah,
blessing to the ministry. Thank you so
yeah.
much. You just proved
You
my
know,
point.
he ain't trying to be
He's
paid money.
he's he, he's a good quarterback. He's not a great quarterback.
Yeah,
He's
He's
good
not.
in his respect. He's good in his regard, but like I said, it's we act. Why do people act like he's not getting the respect that he deserves? We're giving him the respect that he deserves. We're giving him what he has earned thus far.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
What I mean, what else do we are we supposed to put flowers at his feet every time he walks and
But yeah,
singing "This is your king to be"? I mean, what do people expect? What do people expect?
but you know how people are. I mean, let's put it this way: the people who don't really understand how systems run or how football actually works, they look at certain things and think, oh, he's getting slighted. Oh, he's better than this quarterback. He's he plays good, but he's not like, in my opinion, he's not a top 5 quarterback.
Absolutely, he's not even top 10.
well, yeah, that goes without being said.
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
listen, the Rams were a drive away from beating them in Philly in the snow. If
Right,
the
you're right.
Rams would have played them like in the same type of weather that the Commanders played them in, the Rams would have won that game. We'd be having the Rams Chiefs Super Bowl in New Orleans, and then I would have been in New Orleans at this point because I have to. It's my job.
Okay.
It's my
I
job.
didn't know that you covered the Rams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
How long
cover a few teams in the NFL.
How long you been covering the Rams?
Since 2019, actually, since that part of that 18-19, because I went to the Super Bowl in Atlanta in 19 when they placed the Eagles. I mean, the Patriots, excuse me.
I'll have to let you know next time I go down there for training camp.
Yeah, let me know, man. I'm wherever they mini camp is gonna be this year.
Yeah, because Eric Yarbrough's my guy. We were together tonight.
Yeah, okay,
Yarbs.
okay.
Yeah, so I always every year I call Yarbs. I'm coming down for training camp. He goes, come on through. So,
Yeah, I usually bounce between there, Cowboys training camp, and
I did
a
I
couple
did
others.
I did Cowboys
Yeah.
a couple of years ago when DQ was there, and I invited somebody else, but they couldn't go. So yeah.
It's anniversary. Why you keep bringing up old news? It was anniversary. Golly. Jeez.
Uh-oh. Somebody touched the nerve.
I just like to rub it in an OG. That's all.
Somebody touched the nerve.
Okay, so what do y'all think about Myles Garrett asking for a trade?
Smartest thing he could do.
He wants out. He know they ain't going nowhere no time soon.
But where does he go that fits his style of play? That's the question. Because you can want out of Cleveland. And I understand Cleveland is a dysfunctional organization. At least that's what they've appeared. Even though Cleveland has been actually a decent team, they haven't been a piss poor team except at quarterback. But the defense and the rest of the offense actually hasn't been that bad. But when you want to win and you see that you have less football in front of you than behind you, you know what I mean? You have to make those type of decisions. Because I know Myles Garrett wants to be on a competing team to be able to. He wants to be in the Super Bowl, not just as a spectator. He wants to play in one. He wants to play for a ring, and I can't be mad at him for that. My question is to y'all, and maybe y'all may have some better insight. What team would benefit from his services the most that fit his scheme to be able to be the most effective?
Commanders, Lions.
He just signed another deal, right? So he's at least under contract for 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, you know what? You get if Cleveland's smart, they would trade him outside of the division, outside of the conference. If they're going to trade him, So I look at well, Nick, let's look at your team. Look at the Rams. He could be
That's actually not listen with Jared Verse being there and those boys that young defense and to have an anchor like a Myles Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of balance out, have some type of veteran leadership in that locker room. And listen, Myles Garrett is a character guy.
Yeah.
And I think he would fit well. I think with Sean McVay and the defense and as far as how they're the type of guys they look for to be in that locker room. I wouldn't mind him coming out to Los Angeles. I think that
Yeah.
would be a good move. Now, I know Cooper Cup is on the trade is on the trade line. So
Yeah.
do you trade Cooper Cup and a couple, second round picks to get and maybe a future first round to get Miles Garrett? Is he worth that?
It's
Because that's
possible.
going to be the question.
Yeah.
That
Or you
that's
know
going
what?
to
I
be
mean,
the question.
I can see Miles going to someplace like Atlanta or even Tampa. Because they
I
all
can
need help as well.
I can see him going to the Commanders because I think the Commanders as
Well,
a franchise and as a culture, they're on the rise. And I
DQ
think,
DQ would love to have a guy like Miles Garrett there.
yeah. I mean, I can also, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I know that you talked about trading them outside the AFC, but if there was one place that they possibly could trade, could it be a Houston Texans team
Possible.
with D'Amico Ryans and his specialty on defense?
He'd be a monster over there.
Possible.
Anybody needs a pass rusher, they can go to that team. As long as they got a quarterback.
And
That's his
CJ is the
criteria. They got
quarterback.
to have a quarterback.
Well, Matthew Stafford is, I don't know. It seems like Matthew Stafford is going to come back, but we haven't heard an official word. We know what Kelly Stafford said and kind of alluded to, but that's, again, that could be pushing the needle to try to, up the ante when it comes to re-signing Matthew Stafford. So, I
Yeah.
mean, you could take that, you can't ignore it, but you got to take it with the
No.
amount of salt that it
Yeah.
requires.
No, because
Well,
I just saw. I know I saw a thing that they was talking to him. I think the other day, and that was the first thing he said. Whatever team I go to, they got to have a quarterback, which makes sense. He's
Yeah.
been with a team that didn't have one, so I get it.
Yeah.
I get that request. That's not out of the realm.
Well, Kelly Stafford's mouth is like a damn fire hydrant. She can't keep that damn thing shut. So
No comment. I'm not. No comment.
Hey, when you're sleeping with the
Nick had technical difficulties. He did not hear that question. That's what the problem was. He
sorry.
can't hear us right now. So don't ask him that question, Terrell.
I know nothing of what you speak.
Tom said. Look what
I know
Tom
nothing of what you
Oh,
speak. I listen. I'm here to talk about Matthew Stafford and his future and Cooper Cup. I know nothing of what you speak of, sir.
Not Matthew and Kelly in the past and the backup quarterback. Okay.
I'm sorry, I couldn't. Hold on. I think an airplane just went by. I'm sorry. I'm in the flight path. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you, Terrell. What'd you say? I'm sorry. You said Matthew Stafford and Cooper Cup? Got you. Yeah, that's good. Not no more 9 and dime. It seems to be, but I think, honestly, all jokes aside, I think there could possibly be a 11th hour way to keep Cooper Cup, but you're gonna have to restructure his deal. That's the only way that you're gonna be able to keep 9 and dime together. Because one thing that Kelly Stafford did say, which was true, that look, we were one drive away from going to the NFC Championship and hosting the NFC Championship at SoFi against the Commanders. And I do believe the Rams would have annihilated the Commanders. I think Cinderella's slipper would have fallen off and the clock would have struck midnight at that point at SoFi.
Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. So I think she had a very valid point as far as why would you? But it's a business thing. It's not just because they don't want Cooper Cup. It's a $30 million hit against their cap.
Oh
If
no, I
they're
get
able
it.
to restructure, then I think if they're able to restructure, then I think it could possibly happen.
Hey, T. Minister Van said, "Don't open that door." Talking about Miss Stafford.
Too late. It's open.
He said, Nick said, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I can't hear.
Hey, Nick. I don't blame you, dog. I don't blame you at all.
Well, that's his backyard. That's his bread and butter. So he's being smart. So
You don't want no smoke. I don't blame you, brother Nick.
See, the ambulance and fire department keep driving by Nick's house when them subject comes up. I understand how all they work.
I'm sorry. I do not know what you're talking about. I have no recollection of the question.
Real quick, Nick, while I got you and Landon here, man, what's y'all take on the trade just being over a week ago?
Well, I think when you look at, I think overall, I think it's a short-term, long-term situation. When you look at the short-term effect, I think the Dallas Mavericks may have won that because they have a shooter. They have a shooter in Klay Thompson. They have a big in Anthony Davis. They have, they have a Kyrie Irving, and they have, the teams that they're going to have to go up against. There's only one big they're going to have to go up against, and that's Jokic in Denver. I think when you look at OKC, who likes to play small, especially we don't know the future of Chet Holmgren, where he's going to be by the time that the season ends or even playoff time. So I think the Dallas Mavericks, as far as the trade goes, I think they may have won in the short term. I think long term, the Lakers could potentially win if they can put some pieces around Luka and get them back into the NBA Finals, because it's not going to happen this year. As I've told people many times, the Lakers are done winning championships as long as LeBron James is here, because LeBron is not focused on winning chips. He's for individual accolades, because when it's all said and done, he wants to be number one statistically in majority, if not all, of the categories. And so that's what he's focused on first and foremost. I think it's fun. It'll be fun to watch this season. I think they're a play-in tournament team. But overall, I don't see them doing anything in the future. I think once LeBron leaves, you can pair some stars to come to Los Angeles to play with Luka, because a lot of players do want to play with Luka Doncic, um, because he's just that special. He's just that box office enough to be able to attract not only superstars, but to attract fans back into Staples Center. I will never call it crypto. It will always be Staples Center. So for those that may be watching, you think I'm being wrong, I really don't give a damn. But I think overall, I think when you have Luka Doncic, which is an international star with a globalized, franchise like the Los Angeles Lakers, I think it's a match made in heaven, just from a business standpoint. But I think from a basketball standpoint, the Lakers can do some major things, but they're going to have to get a lot more heavy on the defensive presence, because after that trade was nixed with the Charlotte Hornets, that set them back tremendously. Um, Not adding an extra big. And also, too, you have no defensive players. Like, the Lakers don't need any more offense. They need defense. I
Mhm.
mean, right now, those players play defense with a tuxedo on. So there's no way you can tell me that this Laker team is going to be competing for a championship this year when you got two ball hog dominant players in Luca as well as LeBron James. Yes, LeBron can play better off the ball than Luca, but there's no way you could tell me that those two can coexist enough to win a championship in Los Angeles. Those days are done. The only chips that will be hanging up in Los Angeles will be from the Dodgers.
Okay.
Go ahead, Landon.
All right. So first of all, Mavericks training staff has got everybody hurt right now, right? Because they
Whoa,
fired
whoa, 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 whoa! Back up. Say that again.
everybody's hurt in Dallas right
But
now.
wait, but no. What'd you say about the training staff?
They fired Casey Smith. He's in New York. That was the secret sauce. First of
No,
all,
no, 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 no. Okay, so you're saying my guy Dion is not any good?
I'm saying who they had for 20 years that had everybody healthy when they
And
went to the finals last year is no longer there.
and I,
So
and I know, you know what? I know that
We're
training
gonna
staff.
let
They're
Carol
good.
and Landon have this
No,
conversation.
they're a good training staff. Don't go after the training staff unless you know what the hell you're talking about.
But T, the training staff that got them to the finals and they weren't hurt last year as much is in New
But
York.
okay, Landon. Here's what you don't know about the training staff.
Real
Casey moved
quick. Wait.
no, 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 no,
Please,
no,
real
no, no, no,
quick.
no, no, no.
Wait, hold
Casey
on.
moved-
1 second.
Casey,
OG, mute your mic, dog. We're gonna let them have it.
The reason why I'm saying
Casey moved up. Casey moved up to the front office. He was not on the hands the day to day for the last couple of years. Okay, so don't go after my guy Dion. Do not go after my guy Dion.
okay, well everybody's hurt, right? Including the play that they just traded for, right? And Anthony Davis, right? So we're talking about we're talking about health and the fact that Luka got traded for health reasons, right? Because he wasn't quote unquote in a healthy shape, right? That's what the owner said, and that's what Nico
Yeah,
said to the fans.
but again, that's not the training staff's fault. They did everything that they possibly could do to get him in shape. Luka didn't want to do the work, so you can't put that on the training staff.
Luka doesn't want to do the work. He just got to the finals, out of
But he,
shape.
but he,
Regardless, out of shape.
exactly. But Landon, if you know anything about health and science in the body, that yeah, you can go through one season out of shape, but it continues to add up, and then more injuries start to happen because Luka hasn't played since the 27th of December. They tried to get him to be in shape during the offseason. He just didn't want to do it. So you can't put that on the training staff.
You know who won 3 championships out of shape?
Tell me.
He's on TV for TNT right now.
but that's a whole different animal.
But
That's a whole different animal.
But
the thing
Shaq was used today in the media by the owner as somebody that put in the work, right?
But
We know
who?
Shaq
But
was
who?
out of shape.
But who else did he have with him? Who else did he have with him?
He had Kobe.
Thank you. But again, okay. But you can't. I'm telling you right now. You cannot put that. You cannot put that. You cannot put that on the training staff. You can't say Luka and Shaq are identical players. They're not.
Who?
Totally different.
No,
totally
but in this case, Luka is the Kobe in the situation.
No. Okay. Again, you cannot say it's the training staff's fault. You cannot say that.
If they can't stay healthy, I have friends that were in LA that got fired because they couldn't stay healthy.
But again, that's the thing. People want to, when players get hurt or players don't do their jobs, who's the first ones to go? It's the coaches and the training staff, and you can't put that on the training staff. And I'm not saying all training, and I'm not saying all training staffs are good. But I know this training staff personally. They're friends of mine, and they are good. They are very good at their jobs.
So let me just put it this way. So if Anthony Davis and the rest of them stay hurt or whatever it is for the rest of the season, right? Because Anthony's injury prone, we know this, right? There, one of the top 75 for sure. But if he can't stay healthy, it doesn't matter, right? Who's to blame of that?
The training staff does. They work with what they got. Anthony Davis he's only been there for one game and he's already hurt. You can't put that on Dallas training staff, can you? No, you can't. There's certain things that happen with the human body that you have no control over.
And in this equation, I'm a Lakers fan, so I'm happy that that Luka's in Los Angeles. I'm just saying that it's messed up how they did this shit.
Huh?
Is it messed up on
OG, this is not a conversation for you. We support winners over here.
What'd you say?
Wow.
We support winners over here.
Yeah, he went to the.
Do you not understand I am a Laker fan, fool? I'm from LA.
So, and?
The fuck you talking about?
And? Who cares if you're from LA?
Anyway, go ahead.
Just quit while you ahead, bro. Just quit while you ahead.
Please.
What are y'all doing?
Thank you.
You my little bro, man. I'm trying to save you, man. Just
I rushed home from the airport for this. What am I going? Keep out the plane.
It's a bad
quit while
trade.
you ahead, bro.
You said what?
Just quit while you ahead, bro. Just stop.
It was a bad trade.
For who?
For who?
Not for the Lakers. It was bad for Dallas.
Not right now, it's not.
We don't.
They're trying to get a new stadium, right? They're trying to get a new stadium, and you need international money, right?
They probably won't even be in Dallas in the next 4 years, bro. They probably won't even be in Dallas in 4 years.
Moving to Vegas.
Huh?
They will probably only be in Dallas in 4 years.
They can't move to Vegas. The NBA will not allow them to move to Vegas anymore.
If they are losing money, they will be allowed to move.
Well, let me ask you this.
They've already put it in the bylines. That's why the Clippers didn't leave.
Landon, let me ask you this. Who's the majority owner right now of the Mavericks?
The DuPonts and whatever from out of Vegas. Yes, the Mavericks.
Okay.
Yes.
And where are they out of?
They're out of Vegas. But you do know they have to vote for that, right?
And you do know what's the first thing Dallas said? We will refund all season tickets.
Money.
Yes. And he also just said that they're not going anywhere. He also said they're not going anywhere. The reason why he said he's not going anywhere because they know that they're not going to be able to move.
The same thing.
Minnesota North Stars.
Cleveland Browns. The original Cleveland Browns.
Minnesota North Stars said the same thing. They moved to Dallas. So
but you know what? What's the first thing that they said when A-Rod was a part of the Timberwolves, right? You can't move to Seattle. They put stuff in the contract so they can't relocate.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the loophole. I hear what you're saying. You're absolutely correct, Landon. But here's also the loophole. The loophole is the Board of Governors has to unanimously vote in favor of their move. The same thing if the Clippers didn't get their stadium moved into a dome. Let's say they couldn't find property or they kept getting, blocked by the city of Inglewood or whatever the case may be. And the owner of the Clippers decided, you know what? It's time for me to pack it up, pack it in, and let's go to Seattle. And I guarantee you the data that they would produce, not necessarily it was accurate, but the data that would be produced would be enough to say, okay, we're going to turn these players, this team into the Sonics, because
Yeah.
we know how valuable
But
the Supersonics name is in Seattle. The same thing with Las Vegas. I'm not exactly sure that the Dallas Mavericks would actually move to Las Vegas. I think there needs to be hellfire and brimstone for them to happen, but I'm not out of the realm of possibilities that it could happen. There's also it's not also forget that the New Orleans Pelicans could be another team on the move as well because they are not funding money the way, and Gail Benson is getting older and does not know what the hell she is doing when it comes to owning that franchise. So they could also be a team on the move. Not necessarily saying they're going to Las Vegas, but they could be the team to move to Las Vegas and rename and reshape because also too Zion wants a bigger market. He wants to be in a bigger market. He wants to be closer to a bigger market if he can't get in that market. So it wouldn't surprise me if the New Orleans Pelicans became the Las Vegas fill in the blanks.
But Nick,
Um,
the Pelicans will never move because the Catholic Church doesn't want anybody associated with the Saints to move.
right.
If you read the article, you know what I'm talking about.
no, true, but who's to say that some other person wouldn't come in and swoop in
Yeah, and
and
you're right.
buy majority like we saw that who would have thought that Mark Cuban would have sold 2/3, basically 2/3
Right.
or more
Well,
than
he had
2/3
to.
of. But who would have thought we would? But here's the thing: he only did it because he wanted to advance his own capital. We would,
Right.
if you'd have told me this 5, 10 years ago that Mark Cuban was going to sell majority stake in the Dallas Mavericks, as much as he fought to get into an NBA franchise and all that money he gave to in the early years with him and David Stern going at it, I would have looked at you like you were crazy. Most
Yep.
people would have. We would never saw Mark Cuban selling majority stake in the Dallas Mavericks. That was his baby.
Yep. Yeah, you're
But
right.
he also when he bought it, he was not in cryptocurrency that actually had led to lawsuits. That's why he had to sell. That's not being
Well,
talked about, but that's why he had to sell. Plus all
well,
the stuff that was happening behind the scenes, he had to get
Well,
up under
again,
for
I'm just going off
stuff.
of surface. I'm not going any
Yeah.
deeper. I'm just going off of surface. If we all sat here on this call 10 years ago, 12 years ago, and somebody told us that Mark Cuban was going to sell majority of the Dallas Mavericks, we'd be looking at him like they stuck on crazy.
Exactly. No, you're right.
Facts.
You're right.
So I mean, yeah, here we are. But I'm just saying, there's no the bottom line is there's no realm of possibility what could happen when money's involved and when economics and the bottom line are involved. There's no realms of possibility what can and can't happen, especially when it comes to now we're seeing gambling sites being more involved with FanDuel, DraftKings, things of that nature. Now they're getting sponsorships and corporate involved in corporations like the NBA, NFL, NHL, and so forth. So there's a lot of realms of possibilities that could potentially happen where we could see a move. We may be able to see a move. Maybe not. Like I said, it could be the Dallas Mavericks. It could be the New Orleans Pelicans. It could be another team. It could be an expansion team in Las Vegas. We don't know.
Yeah,
But
you're
the,
right.
the point the point is Seattle and Vegas are going to get teams
Yeah.
after in the next 5 to 7 years. They will be having teams collectively there in those markets. I'm sure Seattle's going to be first, followed by Las Vegas because Las Vegas is a growing metropolis and there's
I did
money there.
I did hear that it was only going to be through expansion, but obviously, I mean, if push comes to shove, we could obviously see another expansion. But right now, they're putting it actually in contracts that they can't remove and go relocate.
Well, if you expand, that means you water down the league. The league is already suffering as it is. So
Yep.
to me, it just doesn't make sense from a basketball standpoint to expand. Then now you're going to water down the league even more, and it's going to make it more increasingly difficult for people to pay attention to the NBA. I mean, maybe I'm missing something.
950.
I mean, no, we know that the ratings are down. Viewerships are down like a lot. And a lot of people don't even tune in until playoffs hit, right? So, yeah, and I think you're right. I think you look at some of these small market teams that may be the victim to relocating. And I'll tell you what, if A-Rod even thinks about relocating the Timberwolves out, we're going, no. There's going to be a mutiny on somebody's hands. So, yeah.
They can at the moment because there's, like I said, in the contract, they can't relocate.
But again, if they vote on it,
No one said right now, Landon. No one is saying right now.
yeah.
It's in the future. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, and people are in Minnesota are not happy with A-Rod anyway because he was behind Karl Anthony Towns getting traded. They're like, Kev, go back to Miami. Go back to Miami. Go back to Miami where you were.
I don't like Julius. I don't like Julius. I don't like Julius.
Julius. Well,
That orange Julius.
Julius
Julius.
and Vincenzo. Both of them are hurt right now. They're both out. So,
Hey,
Well, whose decision was it to trade for Rudy Gobert 5 first-round picks?
that was way before. It was 4 first-round draft picks. But anyway,
A-Rod.
that was before A-Rod. That was before A-Rod. Yeah, I mean that was the same administration that decided, you know what, we're going to trade Kevin Garnett, and we're gonna trade Ray Allen and bring in Marbury. That was the same administration. So there you go. So.
Damn. Yeah.
Yikes! Shout out to my man Marbury though.
You'll always have Lake Minnetonka, so don't worry about it.
This is we have Lake Minnetonka and Prince and Kirby Puckett, so we're good with that. So there you go.
Hey, y'all had Torrey Hunter too. Don't forget that. You can't leave my man Torrey.
Love me some Torrey Hunter. Love me some Torrey
Shout out
Hunter.
to Torrey Hunter, man. You can't
Yes.
disrespect that man like that. Come
No.
on, Terrell.
Sorry. Love me some Torrey Hunter. Love me some. I've got a Torrey Hunter bobblehead.
Wait a minute. Hold on, T. You can't forget the great Maya Moore. Are we seriously gonna just ignore the great Maya Moore in the state of Minnesota?
No, the Lynx are the last team to win a championship in Minnesota.
Okay, let's show some love
And they
to
should have
the
won
great
last
Maya Moore now. Come on.
And
Let's-
Simone. And Simone. We can't forget about money.
And Lindsey Wiley.
Lindsey's now on the coaching staff. So yes. Yes.
They should have won last year. They got robbed.
Thank you very much. When the commissioner shows up in a Liberty jersey, that's
Hey, man, I
like
don't know nothing about nothing, bro. I'm gonna slide on him. I'm gonna slide over here on that one.
just like you slid over there with Kelly Stafford. You're like,
I'm slide. I'm gonna be like my man Marty Moore. I'm slide.
So
Stamp this way and stamp that way.
So New York, they won a women's soccer league championship and they won a WNBA championship. Let's give it up for the New York faithful.
Why? I'm just because Kev's on now. Why?
No. Hey, you know what? We can let y'all go. Go ahead, Kev. Get yours off, y'all.
Listen, man. I don't even know what we're doing. I'm hearing you're talking about hypotheticals. I'm just joining in. Good afternoon, good morning, gentlemen. Where we at in the world?
Hey, man.
My mind is still in 85 degrees. I don't know how. It was a nor'easter last night here. I gotta dig out my car. I had a shovel. I'm discombobulated.
Y'all got hit like that?
Yeah, I got hit like that. Yeah.
Y'all
Boy, Kev.
That happened last night, not this morning. I would have been. Well, it's not a bad thing to get stuck in Miami for another day.
Kev, I hope it's that you don't have no light in your room because you done got dark as hell while you was in Miami there, brother.
That boy is huge. Them boy is good. Well, that was that son. Oh, I mean, you know.
He fit in right there with those Caribbeans. So there you go.
I'm not gonna. I don't know who's listening, so I'm not gonna say much. But
Hey,
what's the topic, Swab?
we talk about everything.
Double Dutch me in. What's up?
We ain't touched on the NFL yet, though. We ain't touched on them yet.
We're just talking about the Lakers and the Dallas trade.
Well, essentially, we're talking about New York real quick.
One
I
second,
got
Nick.
real
All right,
quick.
Nick, we'll holler at you.
All right, fellas. It's been fun.
Nick, be good, brother.
All
Go
right,
Mahomes.
There you go. I like it.
Nick, get out of here. Get out of here, Nick.
Shout out to Vegas. Shout out to Vegas.
Hey, you know those light-skinned brothers got to stick together. So there you go.
In any event, speaking about New York, I got to give credit where credit's due. Rick Pitino and St. John's.
Dude,
Yeah, I saw them, man. Did they
wow.
just beat UConn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching that at boat campus. People thought they wanted to kill me out of that spot, but nevertheless.
Real quick, to that point.
Yeah.
Hindsight 2020. Should UConn coach? Should he had left now? That they not looking as good as they have in these last 2 years.
Well, again, the man won back-to-back chips. It's hard.
Yeah.
in this day and age of college sports, it's about money. And then UConn's got dollars, but it's hard to just stay at the top. Listen, I wouldn't want to play UConn. UConn's got some pretty good players. That the other kid that just came back, the jump shooter, they're gonna make a little run the tournament. They're not gonna win it, but I don't think Danny Hurley, who I've known for years from his father, the great Bob Hurley in Jersey City, salute to St. Anthony's. He's not an NBA coach.
No, he's not.
I knows that. So sometimes when you have something in place, right? You got Camelot, right? You control the situation. If he could have went to Kentucky too. We talk about the Lakers. Kentucky offered him a grip too. I mean, so he's always going to have an opportunity on the college level. He's one of the top 3 coaches in America. I don't think he's an NBA coach. I don't think he wants to deal with that. Do you see how Hurley acts with players? You think you're going to do LeBron and these boys? Are you crazy?
Hell no.
Right. So,
but LeBron said he liked that type of coaching, though. He said he wanted that type of coach.
Not like Danny Hurley. Not like Danny Hurley. Danny Hurley is a walking 4-letter word. No.
He's a walking volcano.
Right.
LeBron wanted Pat Riley. Remember that, though.
Pat Riley is not Danny Hurley. It's a difference. Certain guys are made for collegiate, and certain guys are pros. You mentioned Riley. Riley knew how to massage egos too. Yes, when he was with the Lakers, he coached a certain way, and he came in Knicks. He reinvented himself, but he knew how to deal with that. Now when he went to Miami, he did the same thing. But Danny Hurley, to answer your question, Swab, he's in the right place. I think eventually he'll leave UConn to go somewhere else, but it won't be the NBA. I think he's a college coach, unless he feels like maybe he's another 5 to 7 years, maybe he gets another chip, and he's like, these guys are A personalities, and he wants to try it. But I think he's found Camelot, and I think he's good there. And again, he's one of the highest paid coaches in America.
But Kev, the thing too is that the officials give him some leeway because of what he's done in college. I mean, as far as winning the chips. In the NBA, he will probably get ejected. His first 4 games.
Do you remember when Calipari first went to the Nets?
Yeah.
How they were like, "Yo, this guy here, I think he's coaching in the Final Four every night," and it's like you can't do that in the NBA. You first of all, the officials ain't gonna have it. Number 2, I remember Jordan ripped that Calipari, like, "Yo, sit your ass down, man."
Right.
So it's a different mindset. Even with the great Rick Pitino, who actually, we know about Boston, that didn't work out, but he was good with the Knicks. He's a great coach. He reminds me of Larry Brown. He can do it anywhere, wherever he goes, he's going to win. But he's a great college coach. He's a better college coach than NBA coach, and we're seeing that.
So, and Kev, think about this: what does Pitino, Calipari, Hurley, and even Billy Donovan, what do they all have in common? They all come from the East Coast. They've got that certain mentality that they think they can go anywhere and be hard. But we know the NBA. They ain't gonna put up with that crap. They're like, no.
You got to partner with your players in the NBA. You ain't
exactly. Especially when you're dealing with a bunch of brothers. Please.
It's the same thing with Prime. I think obviously I know that we was in that room one time and OG about ready. If he can put his hands in Freddie Krueger to the phone, he would have. It's just like Prime. Prime is a guy that he's better off. Can I say he couldn't coach in the NFL? But certain guys in their mindset and how they want to control and do certain things, they're just better on the collegiate level. It's not a knock. That just comes down to personality.
And you're right. And you think about, and again, nothing against Prime, but you think about the coaches that he's brought in, from the Saps to the Marshall Falk, stuff like that. I don't know if those guys could be NFL coaches under Prime. They would have to be a different, a seasoned head coach in order to do that.
Yes.
Because I'll tell you what, I guarantee you this, there'll be some fights in that damn locker room. You bring that staff in there.
And Prime got 8 toes. So, I mean.
He's going to lose in the ass-kicking contest.
See, come on, man. He's tripping. Come on.
Yeah, these players in the NBA and the NFL want to be babied nowadays, so I don't think that'll work.
It's not even that they want to be babied, is that they're getting so much money. Their egos are so big. I mean, and I'm not saying that. I mean, and we know that a lot of them want to be baby, but their egos are so big because they have this money. They're like, I don't care.
Well, I mean, they don't have to listen to the coaches anymore because the coaches are not getting paid as much as them.
Landon, whatever industry you're in, I don't care if it's sports, I don't care if it's corporate America, you have to know the heartbeat of your employees. And you have to, if to get the best out of somebody, you gotta relate to them and work with them. NBA is no different. You know, you're not gonna tell a guy who's in his own corporate, it's 15 guys on the bench, it's 15 corporations. You're not gonna walk into an NBA locker room and tell guys, you know, in certain ways how to maneuver. The season's too long. And again, you're talking to grown men with families and mortgages. It's a different mindset. And if you can't relate to that, then it's probably not the best thing for you. I mean, like I said, again, we've seen great college coaches. We've seen Lou Holtz. We've seen Nick Saban. We've seen Steve Spurrier. These guys are great coaches. Urban Meyer. They don't do it on the pro level because it's a different mindset. Doesn't mean they're inferior. It just means it's just not their makeup.
It's only happened 3 times on the NFL level and college level where they both won natty. So,
right, Pete Carroll.
That shows you how
the dude from Oklahoma with the Cowboys.
Oh, Switzer. Yeah.
And Jimmy Johnson, the one that was the blueprint.
Yeah,
Switzer got a lot of tickets.
But you know,
Jimmy Johnson was the blueprint.
But I think the only person in the NBA that gets away with speaking really being I think there's 2. Steve Kerr is one, and Pat Riley's the other one. And, you know, they're like, we ain't putting up with this stuff. We don't care. Everybody else kind of has to cater to certain players, right?
Popovich in his heyday.
Popovich, yes. Popovich, thank you. Yeah.
Even maybe Spoelstra too. I think.
But that's Pat Riley though. That's
right.
Pat Riley.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Because look what they just did with Jimmy Butler. They're like, we ain't putting up with this. We're going to suspend you indefinitely.
And then Pat crying, talk about don't go, allegedly.
Pat ain't crying to nobody except for to his wife.
Get your ass out of here. And that's still talking in South Florida. They are still bitter about that. I'm like, listen, great years, man. Didn't work out. The marriage didn't work out no more, you know. So,
but you know, that's Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
look at every place that Jimmy Butler has been.
He burns bridges, no question.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they should have gave him a second star though. Come on now,
dude.
He's basically carrying you guys to the finals twice. I'm not talking about the antics. The antics are crazy, but
do you think that Pat Riley hasn't tried to go out and get people? I think he has, and people just like, you know what?
He's not willing to give up certain assets, man.
But also too, this is what I think. Players get to a point where they look like who their teammates are. They're like, well, I got to play with him. I don't know if I want to do that. You know, so.
Ty, I know you excited for the night.
I know. I'm surprised to even see her.
It's the calm before the storm. It's early.
Shout out to Mahomes
tonight, right?
Oh, I was on mute. What's up, y'all?
Hey, Ty, let's get the snow out your way tonight too, right?
Huh?
Y'all supposed to get a storm in there.
Shout out to Vegas.
No.
Oh, okay.
That was yesterday.
Oh, y'all got it yesterday, so they can be out.
And it's supposed to be one on Tuesday.
Right. But that'll be the parade day. They'll move the parade to Wednesday.
Well, the parade usually would be on Thursday.
Oh, you good.
Yeah.
It's 65 degrees out here, y'all. Just let y'all know.
Nobody cares, sir.
AT, is the Dallas Texans about to get another Super Bowl, man?
It's not about Dallas today.
The Dallas Texans are the Dallas Texans going to get another Super Bowl today?
Just like the Seattle Wildcats. I mean Huskies.
I mean, they're touching championships. Cowboys haven't touched championships since I was 5 years old.
That's your fault.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what winning here in Dallas looks like.
That's your fault.
Let's talk about Philly.
Thank you.
Philly, Jay. Let's give time.
We are talking about the Super Bowl.
Philly ain't KC. Let's talk about that.
No, Nick. I always like talking about my team. I don't know why.
First of all, Taya, where are you watching the game at?
Huh?
Where are you watching the game at?
At the bar that I told y'all about last week.
Okay, so what's on the menu? Because we know the food's very important. What's going to be on the menu for you today?
I ain't ready to eat. Listen, it was like a kid on Christmas Eve last night. Like I just wanted to wake up and it was the Super Bowl. Like, I'm not even lying. I'm
I
ready
wish
for
I
this
could
to
have that
start and
feeling.
be over. The
Hey,
anxiety
Kev, me
is
too. Me
the
too.
anxiety is through the roof.
Feeling, boy. Oh my
My anxiety is through the roof. Okay.
Hey, Ty, just don't have that drink that you had here in Atlanta. Just don't have that drink.
Oh God, here we go. Well,
Just
I probably won't be drinking. Well, I told you about what's going on tomorrow, so I probably won't be drinking today either. But, yeah, my anxiety is through the roof. Y'all have no idea. I'm like, it's 2:00. I got 4.5 hours. And
You
we're
know,
doing the
you know,
show
I got
before
something
the
for
game.
anxiety.
We're doing the show before the game. We're doing the show at 3:00. So.
Hey, Taya, just don't get that Addy anxiety, okay?
No, never that. Y'all be talking to me tomorrow. I'm either gonna be hyped or I'm gonna be cursing somebody out, whoever fault it is, if we don't win.
I think they're gonna win.
Huh?
I think the Eagles gonna win again.
This is gonna be
I
one of
think
the
we're
worst
gonna win
watch
too,
football
but
games ever.
you never know. I can't. I'm saying that, but at the same time, I have no idea how this is gonna go today. Like. It's like I can't even see it in my mind. Like who's gonna do? Like I'm going crazy. Y'all don't understand. I'm going crazy. And I wasn't like this a couple years ago. I was like, yeah, we probably not gonna win this. But I feel like we are. So it's like magnifying my anxiety right now. Like it's magnifying.
Listen. This is. I'm not watching this game, so I could care less who wins.
Well, okay, you and Little Wayne
We're
not
gonna take
watching
you
or going
on
to the
because
game.
you being
That's
negative.
fine.
Exactly.
That's fine. One less
Exactly.
person to watch us win. I'm good with that.
Wait, and you call yourself a sports writer? Please.
I'm not watching that. I mean,
Wait, Terrell. That's the same thing I said about Little Wayne when he announced he wasn't going. I'm like, you're in sports media. How are you not going to the Super Bowl?
Didn't you just hear Kevin said he was going to write an article on my website about that? That's what they're for. If they want to write about it, they got it. I don't have to watch this game.
Oh my God!
And why are you not watching it? You don't like to see winners? You mad the wrong green team?
I mean,
is in the Super Bowl?
I mean, to be honest with you, we've seen this shit before.
You ain't seen nothing before.
We've seen the Chiefs beat the Eagles before. It's gonna happen again. So
yeah. And
you know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe if you get a quarterback that's not a mechanic, you could go to the Super Bowl too.
I mean,
you don't want to watch it. Then you don't want to watch it.
You're saying we got to get an above an average quarterback for you guys to go to the Super Bowl, which is what you guys have right now.
I'm saying.
Hold on, this new feature we got. Hold on.
Numbers don't lie, sir. That's all I'm
let
saying.
y'all cook. We're gonna let y'all cook.
Numbers don't lie.
Y'all go ahead.
We know Vegas got the Chiefs, so we already know who's gonna win.
I don't know anything.
We already know. I don't need to watch. I don't need to watch.
Oh, that's why you don't want to watch, because you think you already know the outcome.
The script is in.
Okay.
They about to three-peat like with a Lil Wayne song.
I'm gonna tell you something, right? Every playoff game we've played, people have said that the script is in. It's meant for the Commanders to win because they beat the Lions. It's meant for the Rams to win because of the LA Wildfires. Y'all keep moving the goalposts. It ain't no script.
Thank you, Taya. There's no script in the NFL. Thank you.
You guys are talking about our quarterback, but yours is above average.
I've heard this every week. We're going to lose because of the wildfires.
I hate that I'm saying this. I'd rather take Dak Prescott than Jalen Hurts.
And here we are in the Super Bowl. So I'm going to call bullshit on it being a script at this point.
Stick with your quarterback. Stay off my team, please, Landon. Stick with Geno Smith.
Listen,
stick with your mechanic.
We can stick with Geno Smith. Geno Smith was in the playoffs last year.
He's fixing cars in the offseason.
That's what he does? What, he's got a car collection like the
I don't know. I just always say that about him.
I thought maybe like Jay Leno or something. I thought maybe that's
inside information.
We got a bridge quarterback. That's fine.
You have a what?
We have a bridge quarterback.
Who?
Oh, a bridge. Okay, I thought he said a great quarterback. So whoa.
No. We have a step below Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, and Brock Purdy.
As long as you know he's a step below.
Just a step below.
I
A step
respect
below.
you.
Step
I
below an
respect
average
you being
quarterback.
honest.
Step below an average quarterback.
So how
I
much longer
respect
do
you being
y'all?
honest.
Average quarterback keep beating Seattle.
So real quick,
I mean,
real
Average
quick.
quarterback
Wait.
beat the Super Bowl
Stop.
2 years in a
Hey,
row.
listen. If it
Stop.
wasn't for us, you
Stop.
wouldn't know about Dak Prescott.
Stop. We're not
Hold
gonna
on,
keep going.
Saab.
Didn't we help give Dak Prescott
Landon,
opportunity?
Hold up.
Stop. Nobody
Wait.
cares about Geno Smith. Today is the Super Bowl.
I don't care about Geno Smith either. I'm just saying it
Right,
wouldn't be a
but
Dak Prescott if it wasn't for us.
you trying to, he's a step below. He's not in the game. He's not in the game.
My below average quarterback, as you said, this is his second time in the Super Bowl in 2 years.
And he's gonna take an L.
Different players
L.
and different coordinators. So I'm gonna say he's the common factor right now. So let it go.
And you're gonna have another coordinator after this season.
And we're gonna have
that's
another
true.
coordinator after this season. But that's what I'm saying. This man has gotten there twice with different coordinators and a different running back. Let's not gloss over that either. Just saying.
But you still have the same security guys. So you guys are good. You still have big
You still
dogs.
got the
So you're
same
good.
security guys.
You
You do.
still got big dogs. So you're
still
good.
got Gilly.
I just wanted to be acknowledged that we were the ones that gave Dak Prescott an opportunity.
Who cares?
Who gives a shit? He still beat y'all, so it doesn't matter.
What the hell kind of flex is that?
You want a participation trophy? What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean?
What the? Oh my God!
And for the first time,
It says the Chiefs versus the Eagles. You always bring my team into whatever conversation you have. You want to be a kid? I know what it is. I'm sorry. You want to be a Cowboy fan so bad you can't keep the D out your mouth. That's the problem.
OG.
Come on, y'all are crazy.
OG. Leave Landon alone.
We definitely not getting monetized after this. God damn.
OG, leave Landon alone. He got his participation trophy. He just didn't get his orange slices afterwards. So leave him alone. He needs a little bite.
Hey, don't shoot for the king and miss. I'm gonna keep saying that. Don't shoot at the king and miss.
Well, no, I mean, Omar.
Let's not try to get this.
Hey, anyway, So what do we think about Kellen Moore being the next Saints head coach?
I'll talk about that tomorrow. I can't.
Doesn't matter. Why did they even report that today?
Why? Because it's news.
The Super Bowl.
That's reported it yesterday.
That's not news. Wait till after the Super Bowl.
They reported it yesterday.
I know.
Yeah. You said today. You said today.
Because everybody.
It came across my screen today. So wait till after the Super Bowl for that.
Why wouldn't they report it?
Everybody wants to be first. So yeah.
But why wouldn't they report it? He's in the Super Bowl.
But you know that Adam Schefter.
Wait. You asked the question and let me answer it, right? You're in media, right? Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Kellen Moore is in the Super Bowl, right? Where is the Super Bowl being held? In New Orleans. So you think that it wasn't going to report it?
Who cares?
That's a great point.
And to be honest with you, everybody wants to be first. T, you know this. They got the fucking press release before everybody else. That's in their contract.
But
to
again,
get the press release before everybody else.
But again, everybody was trying to be first.
That don't make sense.
Everybody was trying to be first.
Rob, take control of the show.
Landon just mad because he didn't report it first. All right, let's move on. Next.
Let's move on.
Shit.
I don't even care. Man. To be honest with you, the first time in a while, you guys are second to the Mavericks for the clown show this week.
What is okay? Once again, what does New Orleans have to do with my team?
Nothing. We get off that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I need you to relax.
Real quick. Since Landon is here, I did post another blog.
Yeah, he did.
I sent it out to y'all for tonight's game. You know, the history that will be made, no matter who wins. So
good job, Suave. Good job.
Yeah.
Send it to us.
Yeah. You know, trying to get on my. You know,
Swab, just put it in the chat. Actually, I'll put it in the chat. Hold on.
See, you're a real one. Thanks, champ.
Hey,
I'm
Kev.
sorry, Landon. I'm just on one today, and you was pushing my buttons.
I mean,
I don't usually be that.
He knows
Ty,
what he's
But you
doing.
was pushing my
Yeah.
Landon,
I know.
Landon is
Listen,
not crazy. He
This
know
is
what
way
he's
of
doing.
telling you he like you, Ty. That you know. How
Oh,
you,
OG, can you make a special delivery to Tyet so her anxiety can go down?
I tried to tell her I have her. If she wants that medicine, I got the medicine for her. She'll be relaxed the whole game.
you need some more water.
I might be asleep.
What?
Oh yeah, you might be asleep. Never mind.
I go to sleep in a
Never
second.
mind. They will put you to sleep. I'm
I
sorry.
go to sleep in a second. So
You need
no,
some
I
more
get
water.
where she's coming from. I get where she's coming from. Her team's in the Super Bowl, so I mean, it is what it is. I
thank
mean,
you. Thank you for acknowledging that.
any fan would be excited for them to, for their team to be in the Super Bowl. I know Schwab was so excited when Ohio State won. I know Kevin was excited when they thought that they were going to the Super Bowl.
I know where you was going with that. I'm like, wait, what?
Man, fuck you.
I didn't know where you was going with that.
Excited and anxiety is two different things.
Everybody is excited and anxious when their team's in the Super Bowl.
Anxiety and excitement is two different things.
Anxiety, like I don't want to eat nothing right now. That's anxiety.
I know the
I don't know the
difference. I'm
difference.
just saying that we get very emotional when our teams are being very successful or not being successful in some cases.
Well, I won't have anxiety after the game. It's the anticipation of what's about to take place is where the anxiety comes from.
You probably have your stomach's tied in knots right now, probably.
Yeah, it
Speaking
is.
of the Super Bowl, Terrell, it's out your way next year.
Yep, it is. Yep, sure is.
It's back in Minnesota.
No,
Bay.
it's out here in the Bay Area.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
San Francisco. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's in the Bay. It's in the Bay.
And then LA the next year, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. You know, like I was
We'll
telling
never be
everybody,
here. We'll never have a Super Bowl here.
No,
So.
they're not.
because y'all too rowdy.
No.
No,
you
we don't
gotta
have
have
a. We don't have a
dome, right?
You have to have a dome. I know.
Well, they played one in New York.
Yeah, I'm going to say they played in New York.
Yeah, but you guys have a roof, don't you?
You got a
No.
roof.
That's the last time too, Kev.
I
You know how much money? You know how much money they lost that weekend?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
You know how much money they lost that
Nobody
weekend?
wants to go in the pool.
No, they still made money. It was in New York.
Them parties, I heard a whole lot of parties got canceled because they couldn't
It's
get to them.
cold.
I was at a few of them parties. No, trust me.
Y'all New Yorkers was at them parties. Everybody else wasn't.
New Yorkers.
Hey,
I was at the Super Bowl that year. But I mean,
All-Star
it
weekend in
snowed
Chicago,
that
the people were
morning
stuck on the
that
train and
next
shit.
morning, so
no, they was not. People
yeah,
come
man.
up. That was one of the best. That was one of the best All-Star games we
That's
had.
what I heard.
And
People were
Hey.
stuck on the train, man.
it was lit.
Hey,
It was cold, but it was lit.
Hey, you know where the All-Star game is this week, right, or next weekend? You know where it's at, right?
San
It's,
Fran.
it's in the Bay Area.
It's in the Bay.
Oh, it's in San Fran?
Y'all got money.
it's in the Tenderloin.
I'll be in LA though. I'll be.
No, you
I'll be
didn't.
at-
No, you didn't, Kev.
The All-Star game hasn't been in Philly since 1999.
And it might not be there to 2099.
Yeah.
I don't even think nobody cares about all. I mean, honestly, I don't think nobody even cares like All-Star anymore.
I did the NBA.
They care about the stuff outside of the actual.
Yeah, they don't care about the game. They care about the
NBA
game.
tries to
Yeah, it's more about the networking more than anything else.
Yeah.
games, mini games, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no
And
more.
you get to see most of the stars out and about in the community events and get what you need answered.
Wow,
Exactly.
like the new rules are. It's like
It's next weekend, right?
3 mini teams.
Next weekend, Ty.
Well, now they're tying in a lot of the WNBA stars now too. So
Right.
yeah.
Which would be great if Caitlin would participate, but she don't want to.
Well,
She ain't got me in everything. Jeez.
No, but the 3-point contest.
She said the reason why she wants to wait till the All-Star game in Indiana this year to do that. That's what she said.
Yeah,
So
but
is
are
it
they
Indiana
going to
next
have
year?
NBA people participate?
That supposedly that's what they're talking about. Yeah.
When you got money like Caitlin Clark off the court, you can do what you want to do.
Exactly.
You don't have to do certain things. Just like the league in Florida, unfortunately, was getting hurt. They couldn't play Friday night because they couldn't feel the team didn't have enough players, something like that.
Yeah, a couple
Oh,
players got hurt.
you're talking about Unrivaled and
Unrivaled,
yeah.
Unrivaled, right? Yeah, I mean it's so Caitlin's gonna be at the Super Bowl sitting in the booth with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, I talked about that this week. I'm gonna make them both stay in their seat the whole game. That's my goal.
How much has Taylor Swift made
Wait,
you
wait,
guys?
wait, wait. What did you just say? Say it
I
again.
said we're gonna make both of them stay in their seat the whole
Oh,
game.
I
That's
thought
my
you
goal.
said say another word. All right, go ahead.
Hey T, how much does Taylor Swift help the NFL this year in revenue?
Oh, I mean, as well on the merchandise side, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Is she performing with Kendrick today?
Did I?
She might.
No, she ain't.
Did I
Taylor
hear
Swift-
2. Did I hear 2.8 billion or something like that?
No, it ain't that much. No,
That
please. No. I
And
think
what
they're-
are you asking that for?
No, I'm just asking, like, it just in general, like, you know, the crossover.
All right.
they
I
no
thought,
they
I thought you were trying to bring up that script bullshit again.
No. I'm talking about on the business.
So they
side. I'm talking about dollars and cents.
they said on the viewership side, on the women's side, it's gone up 400%. So it's gone up 400% on the viewership side on the for women. So
That's these casual fans. I don't be wanting to see her. I don't think we should be seeing her while we watching football. Personally,
you know what, and you know what, and she's not to blame. It's just it's the media.
No. I got nothing.
no,
I
you're right.
don't have anything against Taylor at all. I never
Because here's the thing that I noticed when the Texans were playing and Beyonce did her halftime deal, they never showed Beyonce up in the box. They never did, even though she was there. But how many times do we see Taylor Swift, them showing Taylor Swift at a game?
Right.
All the time.
Right.
Shoot, they never saw Sierra. They never saw Sierra during the Pittsburgh game. She be there.
But she doesn't have that type of star power.
I'm aware. But she's still a star.
It's still Sierra.
She ain't CC from around the corner. She's still a star.
There you go. Yeah.
Dang.
So, yeah. It's the media. We know who controls the media.
You know, it is what it is. I got nothing against Taylor. She's cool.
Nah, neither do I. No.
She's cool.
It's
I don't like
just,
today, but she's cool.
It's just crazy how Simone wore the same coat. Nobody cared. She puts it on, and now it's everywhere. They got a sponsorship deal with everybody.
Kristen, news check.
It's Tay-Tay. You know what I mean?
It's Tay-Tay.
They call it Tay-Tay at the Grammys because she was crip walking. But yeah, Tay-Tay.
Wait, was she crip walking or was she tripping over her own feet?
I don't know what she was. Allegedly, she was crip walking. So they not like
I can't see Tay-Tay crip walking. I'm sorry.
She was swag and surfing.
About, James Harrison and Ocho.
I think that's they gotta be joking, man. He's just a good actor.
They fought each other apparently.
I think James Harrison is serious. I think Chad is joking, but I don't think Debo is joking.
Debo?
James Harrison.
Is James Harrison into politics now or no?
No.
Politics.
James, I can't see James Harrison joking about anything. That dude is serious as anything, and he's scary. He is scary.
Did y'all already talk about what's the guy? Mark Williams already? I missed that.
Mark Williams.
The Lakers trade.
The one that failed his final. Final. His physical.
Yeah. We all
Do we know it's a physical?
No, because I said final, like he was still in school. I mean,
do we know it was a failed physical?
No, but how do you try to trade somebody you know he was hurt?
Because that's what they do.
To trade him.
Exactly, that's what they do.
But it's weird because before the trade, Rob Pelinka was saying, they knew, about his injury, but they didn't feel like he was hurt right now, and all this stuff or whatever. And then trade goes through, get the physical, and y'all was hiding stuff.
It sounds like Charlotte didn't want to give the capital extra to take on his situation. So that's what it sounds like.
No, what happened was that the injury was to his back, and that's what they were checking. But they found out it was a problem with his foot.
Right, exactly, 100%.
So that's why they rescinded the trade.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
That means Embiid ain't never going nowhere because he ain't gonna pass nobody physical.
And between him and Paul George, they ain't going nowhere, man. On George's podcast,
Hey.
his podcast is worth more than his NBA contract right now.
I saw that 280 episodes versus what 170 field goals or something.
That's the new NBA.
Weirdos.
Hey, Taya, they'll do a whole body scan on MB, and they're like, "Damn!" It's like when we were growing up playing Operation. Like, shut up.
NBA players going to be podcasting. And Stephen A. might be our next president.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that.
Yo, I thought that was a joke. Yo,
No, it's not a joke.
No.
And they're trying to.
They are. He's got a contention. He's got a super PAC. Put money into him.
Yeah.
For who?
Stephen A.
Oh yeah. Stephen A.
Ain't
Yeah.
He got a
nobody
what?
voting for Stephen A.
Super
Yeah.
PAC.
2028.
Super PAC.
Super PAC.
People don't even like him that much. What makes him think he can run for
No,
president?
but we already knew that he was trying to make a transition out of this.
Well, I told you that a year ago.
You did.
Kev,
Why
no,
did you run for
Kev,
president?
it wasn't a year ago. It was like 2 years ago.
Well,
You
I was
predicted this
trying to
2 years ago.
No, he said it last year. He said it last
But-
year.
But even way before that, he
he's
and I
always
talked about that. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
he said it last year. When Stephen A was making all those comments about Trump and black people voting for Trump, Kev was like, I could see him making a political run. It seemed like he's trying to
I
make
did say it 2 years ago because that's always been the thing with him.
Oh, okay. Well,
So it's
that people, in the know here that this guy wants to be in political office.
right.
He just didn't know where to go. And if he knows with Stephen A, he's been tap dancing, no pun intended, both sides of the fence. And that's a reason because he was trying to define who's going to fund the bill.
yep.
The W bill.
Well, he could have started with a senator or something. How he just go right to president?
How did Donald Trump do it?
Exactly.
Well,
Let me
but
say this to y'all.
Donald Trump has a white.
We
But
will
but
not
Donald Trump
make
has.
Donald Trump the bar. We will not make
So
Donald
Yeah,
Trump
yeah,
the bar.
yeah. But see, Donald Trump has white supremacy behind him. So of course.
There you go. We will not make him the bar. That should have never happened.
But-
I
but
don't
I-
want
but
that
I will say
to
this.
continue.
I will say this: if Stephen A. would get the people behind him that have the high foreheads, he'd probably get elected into office. So there you go.
He didn't get my
So,
vote.
so is Ryan Clark the replacement at ESPN? Is he being groomed as a replacement, Ryan Clark?
Yes. Yeah.
If Ryan Clark don't learn how to control his Twitter stuff, he won't be the heir apparent. He can't be
Yeah,
wild.
he always arguing with somebody. It's
Emotional.
too emotional for me. I can't do it.
Him and Durant both.
Oh man, they need to have a show together.
No.
Hey, Kevin, how would you have liked Kevin Durant to come to New York in the trade deadline if it would have happened?
KD, he's comfortable. KD right now is playing for KD. He's
That's
comfortable
it.
with that. It's 80 degrees every day.
Yeah.
He can golf on the off days. That's
It's
why
toxic over there.
He can control. He has a no trade. He didn't want to go nowhere.
Yeah.
You know how toxic it is over there in Phoenix right now?
How what?
Toxic it is over there. in Phoenix.
It's Landon. So
Yeah.
I got a friend who's one of the VPs in the office up there.
Yeah.
He said walking around it's so toxic. It's bad. It's like real bad.
They're not even reporting half the stuff that's going on.
Exactly.
In all seriousness, Natasha Cloud, when she came for her press conference in Connecticut, that didn't even scratch the surface.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, I mean, I'm not trying to bullshit right now.
No, you're right.
It's
No,
bad
you're
over there.
Yeah.
It's bad over there.
Oh yeah.
You're talking about Phoenix is better than what it was before they got new ownership.
It's not.
No, it's not.
It's better than what they had. That other ownership they had in Phoenix.
No. OG, I'm telling you, my guy who's the VP there says it's either worse or it's just the same.
It's that hedge fund guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the guy that was on the 20 years old Natty team, the only one that won the Natty.
He played with the Flintstones. He played with Team Cleaves and them. Yeah.
Well, it don't matter. I hate them anyway, so they can go to hell anyway. It don't matter to me.
KD smoke weed every day. He all right. He be all right over there.
Ty, what did you hear about what's my man's name? Matt Barnes and his situation? I obviously like to go to you with that type, female.
What? You
Matt,
talking about what I was talking about last week? Something else
did
happened?
you mention it last week?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it was. I knew it was something.
Wait, what did Matt Barnes do this time?
Oh, he just
I guess allegedly he cheated with 8 women.
Rotation is in his main piece. His bottom bitch found out about it, so she didn't like it, so she put it out there.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Same
Look what
with
happened.
Jello.
Look with Jello.
Well, he feeling himself because he signed that little record deal. Like, bro, like it ain't that much money after taxes. You better chill. Got all these babies now. You're not in the league, and you're not.
I didn't even know he had that many kids. Even
he got 2, right?
This be number 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
They said she was the main breadwinner.
Yeah, that girl he was with, she's from Love, but her family owns strip clubs. They got a lot of money, but you know, it is what it is.
Everybody knows her for Love and Hip Hop and the Kim Kardashian film.
Yeah,
what?
But her family has the girl Nikki Baby, I think her name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But her family has a lot of money. It's not like she's not like just off for Love and Hip Hop.
No. She get
money. Yeah.
You don't get that much money off Love and
yes,
Hip Hop.
if you don't do the deep diving, people would only know her from that, though. Is what I'm. saying.
That's how she got on. She ain't no rapper.
Yeah.
Right.
They at the strip club.
So, hey, Kev, did you hear about the back-to-back documentaries that they're going to show?
In terms of what?
They're going to show one. They're going to show one on Diddy. They're going to show one on R. Kelly on Peacock.
No,
That's both worlds.
for real?
Why are you starting this again? I cannot
That's
with
both
you.
worlds.
I cannot with you in this.
Are you guys going out for the Super Bowl? Y'all all staying home.
I'm staying
home.
Oh, geez. I'm staying home.
They
Something's wrong. Something is really wrong with Carol.
they say he's still threatening people on recorded lines.
I can't stand you, T. I'm trying to not laugh at your ass. Stop! Oh shit! Oh.
Last week he said that we grease the poles with baby oil. I mean,
I gotta make y'all laugh one way or another. So there you go.
So never mind. I'm not gonna even get in there with you. Let's move on.
And then when I watched it back, right, I was so engrossed in what he was about to say. I had no idea. That's what I was like this.
My thing is, why is he still calling people, threatening them on a recorded line? That's what I want to know.
Who?
He's an idiot.
Who?
Diddy.
He's
Who
an
did he
idiot.
threaten?
He's
Threatened
been
somebody?
apparently he's been threatening witnesses and stuff like that. Apparently, allegedly.
I thought the
Allegedly.
kids were doing that now. I thought that the
You said what?
justice were doing that.
Whatever pizza is, the pizza boxes are. Get rid of the pizza boxes.
He thinks he's the black Donald Trump, that he can threaten people and get away with it.
I think
Like,
he's
come
Black
on now.
Caesar. He think it's black. You know, his name is Fred
There
Williams.
you go.
That's what he think.
I mean, he might call Trump for the pardon.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Trump ain't pardoning him.
No.
Did y'all see that commercial with Brady and Snoop?
Yeah.
Somebody said they was taking a shot at Emmanuel Alto. I'm like,
That commercial is dumb as hell. Okay.
I don't think I don't think they're that It's like they were taking a shot at Acho. I'm like, I don't think nobody cares about him that much.
It looks fake.
Well, they both have supported Trump one way or another, so there you go.
Like, what? We're not from the same neighborhood. What are y'all talking about?
So is Brady as bad as everybody says he is in commentating right now?
Yes.
Oh, he's
What?
He's not.
Watch today. Today is the day you can watch. Watch
Yo,
today.
Landon, I'm watching the Eagles versus Steelers, right? He called the Eagles the Philadelphia Phillies. He's like, yeah, and the Philadelphia Phillies have the ball. I was like, this is not baseball.
They would have been better off keeping Matt Ryan.
He called Jake Elliott.
Greg Olsen?
Greg Olsen.
David Akers ain't been a kicker in like 6 years.
Yeah. Matt
Ryan was also Matt Ryan's the commentator on Fox.
But we ain't trying to hear him
he's on
either.
CBS.
Stick with Greg Olson.
Okay, I'm tripping.
Yeah. Greg Olson is better, in my
Like
opinion.
it was, like if it was
Tony
Sunday
Romo
night
is
football,
better.
you stick with Collinsworth and.
No, Tony Romo is better. Tony Romo is better than Brady.
Collinsworth's contract.
They're trying to get another
Who?
Tony Romo.
Who's replacing?
Coming up to an end.
No, I'm asking who's replacing
Greg
Collins?
Olson can't be the Greg Olson might be the best on TV. That
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree. Yeah.
Is Tony done? No, Tony's with Amazon. Never mind.
Who?
Gonzalez.
Yeah, but he's a studio analyst.
He's not a commentator. He's the halftime.
No. I was trying to figure out where he was at. Not the fact that he can play.
Yeah, he working with his. Yeah.
You know, it seems to me like they just took Brady and they just threw him in there. Like they didn't sit him down and have any training for him or anything like that.
So why didn't Drew Brees work out?
Because the same thing. He's boring. Number one.
Yeah, he's boring.
But also too. Here's the other thing, Landon. Remember when everything was going on with Black Lives Matter? What he came out and said about the black players.
Yeah.
About kneeling.
A lot of them put him in a song.
Yeah.
It was bad after that. There was a couple songs people was putting him in.
I mean, he did come back and apologize, but still, you know, and his reasoning was like, well, my grandfather served in World War II. So what?
Okay.
You never served.
Okay.
Shut the hell up.
I saw that Purdue. That's what he probably said.
What'd you say? What'd you say,
Yeah,
T?
it didn't make
What'd you
any
say?
sense because, you know,
So there's no quarterback like a Tony Romo right now that's really killing it right now. On the come up.
no.
Mm-mm.
So
You know-
Brady's calling the game today.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's on Fox, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
He gonna
Well,
call
you have the
Jalen
sound up. So
Hurts.
you probably you won't be able to
Right,
call.
you probably won't be hearing it no way.
They
No, I
paid him
can't.
$300 million.
That's a lucky
It's,
spot.
well,
Hey,
it's not noisy while the game is on. It's noisy on commercial halftime, but not while the game is on. Everybody's watching.
hey,
So
y'all
we got
see
10
Taya
years of
put us
Brady
in
for
her
$300
video?
million, huh?
I did put y'all in my video. You know,
y'all see Taya put us in her video today that she
We got-
posted about the lucky bar restaurant.
Yes, and now that's what we're gonna call it.
They should just put it on mute and just watch the game. Just put it on mute.
Like Shannon do, like Shannon Sharp do. He say that's what he do.
Taya,
That's what I do at home. Depending on who's commentating, I don't like listening to them. They be
Taya, who's your radio commentators in Philly?
I don't know who the new one is because he got the other one is out. You know, he was on some.
Because they got to be better than Brady. So you know, just saying.
Is he the one that was the racist?
No. Yeah.
Is that the one?
I don't listen to sports radio here. They're horrible. They're horrible.
I didn't really.
But the Eagles, but the Eagles
crashing everything. They terrible.
You don't like Musione?
Who?
Musione?
I don't like none of them.
Like Musione?
But the Eagles,
what sport is that?
But the Eagles have their own separate radio, their own separate radio broadcast. So I was wondering, like, who do they have for their radio broadcast?
Seth Joyner with the Eagles, like post game.
Huh?
Seth Joyner.
Oh, now, Steph.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
that's
he's
it.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only person I really care for. Yeah.
Okay.
Because he keep it real, no matter what. These other people pick a side and they stay there. I don't like commentators like that, so I don't listen to them. Like, no matter what somebody does that's good, they won't say anything good about them. I don't like that kind of stuff. Steph will keep it real. You messing up, he gonna say it. You doing well, he gonna say it. I don't like them other
You know where Seth from, right?
New York.
Well,
he always brings it back to New York.
He's from upstate. He's from Rockland.
from New York, yeah.
Rockland County. That's not really New York. But
Hey, OG, you see, he did it again. Just gotta bring it back
They
to
always
New York.
find a way to bring up New York.
He's got to find something good, right?
Yeah, he always bring it back to New York.
just know I'm
I'm
getting
used to it by now. It's okay.
with my franchise.
It's all right.
They say everything
Since we
bigger
talk-
than Texas is bullshit.
Since we
More
talking about
closer to
New York, what happened last night, man? Jason
I don't
Tatum
know.
came in on
I
business.
wasn't into the game last night. I was
I
out.
bet you wasn't.
Same thing that happened last week.
We can't play national TV games. That we shouldn't be playing. Let us just keep playing on MSG. You catch us on the. Anytime we play that national game, man, we got
that national primetime game.
Kev, is MSG brought to you by the local Chinese restaurant?
not at all.
Oh my God!
I'm not going
You
to
know
say
what?
But no, listen, like I said again, still got the 5th best record in basketball. I'm not worried about it. Mitchell Robinson.
Damn. Y'all went from 3 to 5 in one game.
What happened?
You say y'all got the 5th. Y'all the 5th now? When y'all third?
In the NBA overall.
Okay.
So I'm saying Mitch will be back. OG will be back. Anunoby will be fine. I'm not worried about it. Listen, Boston's the class of the East.
Who did you guys trade?
Ahead of them, but still.
Hey, you could be the Sixers. So
Who did you guys trade for the Bucks? Kevin, who did you guys trade to the Bucks?
Oh, we gave up the Sims.
Did you guys get anything back for him?
When they trade you for cash, you know you're the Knicks. You know we traded you for a couple 20s.
Man, we tried to give you guys Gabe Vincent for what's his name? A package.
Hey, hold on. Are you laying in a bed?
I know. I saw that.
Well, you don't sit up. What the hell?
Get your ass
I know.
up, man.
Hey, dog.
Shit, if they ain't on this phone, ain't on this call, chill out, bro.
No, this ain't plenty of fish. I like seafood and walks in the park.
I'm crying.
Did you see the Pokemon sheets that he had on there?
The Batman.
You mean the WSU blanket?
Landon, don't ever do that again, okay?
Paw Patrol seats.
Don't ever do that again.
Did you see the Geno Smith pillowcase that he had on there?
Teenage Mutant Turtle ass nigga.
Oh my God. Man, don't ever do that again, yo. We was not ready. You didn't even warn us enough. And you
He thought that shit was cute, so he went laid back.
Y'all was like, are you laying down?
Oh, Calgon, take me away, ass.
Oh
This is
my
what I be doing while y'all watching Super Bowl.
Hey, OG with the Geno Smith silk pajamas ready to go.
Not the G.
Pete Carroll Crocs ass.
Now, you guys had coveralls for Geno and McKinney.
I know you did.
Geno and McKinney, you got to wear coveralls for him.
With the bandana on.
With the bandana, the cigarette hanging out his mouth.
Oh,
He can be on your bedroom wall.
We'll probably draft a quarterback. We don't.
Hey, with some WD-40 next to the bed.
I'm cracking up. Hey, don't ever do that again, though.
He be bringing that the Ginsu knives. That's a deep cut.
Ladies, don't ever do that again, okay, sweetie? Don't ever do that again. Don't do that again.
Speaking of quarterbacks, I saw the latest mock draft. Like they got Shador going to the Jets. I don't think that's gonna happen though, but
Who?
They got
Shador going to the Jets. That's not
the
a good
latest
idea.
mock draft. I saw.
Of course.
Lenny, you gotta be on camera, dog. You gotta be on
Of course
camera.
they do.
Get back in the bed. Leave him alone.
No, I was looking for something.
Yeah, he's looking for his. He was looking for his nightlight.
It's nap time.
You gotta turn your
Everybody gotta be
camera
quiet. It's nap time. Shh.
The juice box.
Leave him alone, man.
Where's my binky?
out of here.
Where's my
Right,
Seattle Seahawks
oh,
binky?
wait. Taya, before you go, what's your prediction? Come on, you gotta give us your prediction before you go.
Just give us a score. We already know who you got winning. What's the score?
Well, give us your score and your MVP.
Oh, that's good.
I'm gonna say 34-24.
He'll probably get picked up by the Lakers.
Jalen.
Jalen
for the MVP.
Really?
Mm.
You don't think Saquon?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
No, I think that everybody is looking for, us to use him a lot, and that's what they're going to be prepared for. So I really think it's going to be Jalen this time.
Okay.
I think he's going to throw the football today.
No,
This time.
You could be right.
And trust his receivers as he should. So that's what I think is going to happen. So I say 34-24. I think it'll be close until maybe like the middle of the fourth. And then we'll maintain the lead all the way down to the end. That's how I think it's going to go.
Taya, I hope you have a fun day. Seriously, I hope you have a fun day.
I am going to have a fun day.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
And I
will talk to y'all one way or another tomorrow.
All right,
bye, Taya.
OG, do not text me before the game is over, okay?
Huh?
Oh, damn.
Do not text me before the game is over.
Hey,
I will.
hold on.
No.
Hold
Do
on.
not text me before the game is over.
I'm not.
Text me when it's over.
I'm not.
Before it's over.
I'm gonna text you every good play that y'all do.
No!
So be prepared.
Don't do that.
Turn your phone off, Taya. Turn your phone off.
Hey, real quick.
Look, I smoke, so I'm gonna forget anyway, so it don't matter.
Oh Lord.
Taya, real quick, stand up. Let us see your shirt.
My shirt?
Yeah.
Yo, these clickbait titles are trash.
Shoot.
Just show the shirt because it sounds like it's taking you forever to get up.
My rheumatism.
My pinky toe.
Yeah.
You shut up my pinky toe.
It's all pictures of me, 3 pictures of me from this season, and then it say I put on for my Eagles.
I like that. Look at
I
you,
put
Taya.
on my attire. I put on for my Eagles. Yeah.
I gonna be out on.
All right.
I gonna be out on Broad Street too tonight.
I'm not gonna be on Broad Street.
I
don't do Broad Street.
We may see that shirt stuck on the pole someday. Taya, keep that shirt on.
Now you might, because I got another shirt on.
See?
You might see it stuck on the pole. I can't promise you won't see that, but you won't see me on the pole.
You know what you gotta do, Taya? You know what you gotta do? You gotta get one of them shirts for Gilly.
What, this?
Any shirt you create.
Yes. Kev got a point there. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Send him a couple of shirts and say, yo, you Eagle fan, you might throw that joint on.
He might.
And do
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Where you want to go.
Yeah, that's true. Because
give a shirt to the mascot.
Hold on, y'all. The guy that be in the video with a broom has a broom endorsement. Like they get a bunch of money up front, and then every time somebody buy a broom, he get a percentage off of it.
The retired guy
who
liked the black neighbor, who embraced the black neighbor. Now he rich.
Only the he white.
I know, yeah. He embraced Gilly in the neighborhood. He probably
yeah. I'm like, a broom? A broom.
That's all he needed.
Hey.
A broom. But why are people buying a broom?
Because they're idiots.
And then obviously you got the little midget guy with the eagle costume. I'm sure he's gonna get a deal.
Those are making money too. And them dumb hats, them big eagle hats. I hate them hats.
I'm gonna say, Gilly. Hey, Taya, Gilly needs to stop wearing that hat. He looks like My Favorite Martian. Like, man,
He looks like the midget off of I'm Gonna Get You suckers. That's what I think of every time I see that. You know how they had them big hats on and they was all little.
Taya, he looks like the Great Kazoo from the Flintstones. That's what he looks like.
He might be leading you out the tunnel tonight.
Yo, where's Debo going?
No, Gilly had on the 50-yard line, second row, him and his neighbor.
What?
So I don't think he's coming out the tunnel.
Wait a minute, he's on the 50-yard line?
He's gonna be in the locker room with that look on his face. We did it, baby. We did it. What did you do, Gilly? Dance? What did you do?
He said Gilly needs to play. At him like, you doing a bit much now.
Hey.
Gilly needs to stop ducking the smoke and come play Jamal.
Hey. all I want to know was Gilly dancing like that when he was in prison too.
Oh my God, he's not the one that was in prison. It's
That was
Wallow.
Wallow.
Oh, sorry,
That's
Wallow.
his
My bad.
cousin.
My
That's
bad.
his cousin.
His cousin was in
Close,
prison.
close enough. Close enough.
But they said no. They circulating pictures of him with Chiefs attire on from years ago. But
Yeah.
that's it's
From when they
another
played each
story.
other the year before last.
Huh?
We had the Rams.
I think that's from when they played each other the year before last.
I don't know when the picture was taken, but they've been circulating saying
You
that
18
he's
years in the
really, he's
joint. You
really
ain't
a
worrying
Chiefs
about no
fan,
scandal.
and he just became an Eagles fan all of a sudden. Only Philly person I know that was a Chiefs fan is Rasheed Wallace, and he's adamant about that. I never known Gilly was a Chiefs fan. I don't know. Wallow doesn't have a team. Wallow attaches himself to whoever is winning between the two teams in the Super Bowl. He doesn't like the loser mentality or being a
Wallow
sad
rock with Colorado. Yeah, he rock
So
with-
are we saying that Gilly's a fair weather fan? Is that what we're saying right now?
That's one of my shirts too. I am not a fair weather fan. I can't speak to if he is or not. I'm only can speak for myself, and I'm not. So let me go. So I can go not be a fair weather fan.
He's one of the few guys who is not playing that's making money off the Eagles.
Exactly, 100%.
Oh my God, he's making a killing.
I ain't even mad.
I mean, and from so many different entities, from the hats
issues,
to the brooms, everything. Like this is.
Hey, if people are willing to give him money, go
I'm
ahead.
like, why didn't I think of it? They don't care about my Eagles.
He's gonna be at the parade, leading the parade.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he's gonna be on stage.
Yeah,
with the broom.
Him and the broom guy.
And with the man with the broom, yes.
Yep.
That's
probably about $1 million people gonna buy brooms that day.
They are, so that they can have them out at the parade.
Oh my God!
I'm getting sick thinking about it. All right, y'all.
Bye, Taya.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will be texting you.
Where our fearless leader go? He left.
He left.
He'll be back in. Don't worry.
He'll be back. He steps out and come back.
Yeah, he's like the Wizard of Oz. He's behind the curtain and then he comes out.
And also,
hey, he probably got a wicked witch behind the curtain, so that's why he's like dipping back.
Hey, I just saw something that they should have did a long time ago. They talking about bringing back JaVale McGee.
Who?
To the Lakers?
I'm surprised y'all didn't call up Boogie Cousins. Didn't he win a championship in Japan?
Did he?
He's a body. I mean, this.
Yeah, you're right.
That's not a center. That's a power forward.
But
he wants to be. He wants to play.
Yeah, we need somebody that can protect the rim right now.
Howard?
Huh?
About Dwight Howard?
No,
he played with the wrong balls.
He's got too much baggage with him.
He's juggling too many balls right now. So
he don't know what balls to play with at what time. So now we don't need him on the court right now. So we'll see.
Plus, Dwight's going into the Hall of Fame at the end of the year anyway.
The body.
Dwight's
Yeah,
going
we
into the
do
Hall
need
of Fame.
bodies.
Yeah.
You got nobody on the G League work.
No, because we keep letting everybody go for number 9.
Okay, but aren't you guys surprised at how they keep winning? I mean, Luka and LeBron didn't play last night.
No, T. They look good, but then when I realized they haven't played anybody with a center.
But still, they're winning.
But I mean, I get that.
I understand that.
But we haven't played anybody with height.
Well,
that's the problem.
The other guy, what's his name? Miles. What's the kid? Miles. They got a 7-footer.
That's right. Yeah. Is Miles Turpin?
Miles Turner.
Turner. Yeah.
That's the Pacers.
They played the Pacers last night.
Yeah, he didn't play.
He didn't play. Oh. Well, that's
what I'm saying. I mean, we've lucked up.
5, right?
Yeah, we've lucked up and been playing everybody with like they tallest like you guys. Your center's what, 6'9", 6'11", 6'10"?
Supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Who are they playing Monday? Because that's Luka's projected debut.
They playing the Jazz.
Good team to come out.
That's a great game to come to your first game for is the Jazz.
Yeah. That's gonna be 13 in a row.
Ooh,
13 in a row.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
they win 13 in a row games.
No.
Kev, did you see this?
I thought they
They're
were
saying
going
the
to
Jets. They saying the Jets are not bringing Rodgers back.
Right. I heard that. Yeah. They're gonna announce it this week officially. That's because they feel they got a chance to get Shador.
Y'all gonna have to move up?
They're saying that Shador is probably gonna, because Carter's moving up, Abdul Carter.
Yep.
And I think one of the linemen from Michigan, that he might drop because and if he drops, is either the Raiders are going to take him, but the Raiders are saying they're not. I don't know if it's a smoke screen. They're saying they're not interested no more. So he might be there at 7. That's what some of the mocks are saying. I mean, I don't know.
So
because not every team in the top 7 need a quarterback. So
right.
True.
And
it's not a super. Everybody's not sold on Shador either.
Right.
Okay,
real quick, let me get y'all predictions and who's gonna be the MVP. We're gonna start with you, T.
I'm going Chiefs, and it's going to be Mahomes.
OG.
I want the Eagles to win. I ain't gonna lie, but if I had to bet, I'm giving it to the Chiefs. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say Pacheco.
Wow. Hey,
I'm tired of Mahomes. I know Mahomes will probably get it, but let's just go on a limb. I'm gonna go Pacheco.
you probably cash out big if something like that hit. Kev.
I'm going with the Broad Street Bullies. All dynasties have to end eventually, and I think it comes down tonight. And I think the MVP is going to be Easy Reader, Mr. Brown.
Okay.
Easy Reader. That's funny.
Okay.
I think it's going. I think they're going to. Saquon's going to get neutralized. You're not going to let Saquon beat you. If you're going to lose, it's not going to be because Saquon. He's a great running back, but I think they're going to really have to stack the box, which is going to open up the window for Jalen Hurts. I think he'll have a great game, but I think Brown will. I don't think Hurts will have a super game. He'll control the game. But I think if they win, it's going to be with their receivers.
But Kev, you got to remember too, if they stack the box and they rely on Jalen, Spagnuolo blitzes more than anybody else in the league.
That's true.
And then didn't he suffer that knee injury? What was that, against Green Bay or the Rams? When he got kind of tangled up a little bit, Jalen.
So watch.
I think people, we know KC obviously is battle tested, but Philly been there 2 out of 3 years. So this is not the stage. And again, if you go back to that game, I know woulda, coulda, shoulda, but the stage wasn't too big for them then, and I don't think it's gonna be too big for them now.
So are you concerned about the quote unquote illness that's going through the team?
Real quick.
IVs, they lit them boys with IVs. They'll be all right. I mean, I know obviously if it's a physical game, that can play a role. We're still human, but I think best medicine, IVs, they'll be fine.
Okay.
Well, and plus they got the best penicillin down in New Orleans anyway, so they'll be good.
Yeah, got that witchy poo down there, boy.
they got some witch doctor. They got some voodoo doctor in there right now.
Eat a chicken leg.
Exactly.
Oh, no. Hey, real quick. I got the Chiefs by 3, and I think Kelsey gonna be MVP. We'll see y'all next week.
No. Wait. So you think it's gonna be a Kelsey Taylor Swift MVP or just a Kelsey MVP?
I think he gonna have a day. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now that's gonna be interesting. If Kelsey wins, do they have both of them say they're going to Disneyland or just Kelsey?
Oh, they're gonna have both of them say
Probably both for sure.
Yeah.
All right, people. We'll see y'all next week.
Probably push Andy Reid again. That's probably more than he'll win MVP.
Give me the ball.